Okay, I'm ready.
Recording.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Monday morning again, right here in Galveston County. I'm excited to start the day. We're going to have a fun show. A lot of stuff's going on this week, and we had a lot of stuff going on last week, but it's been a good time.
I feel like every week it just keeps going and going and going. We're like the Energizer Bunny. We never stop. Never stop.
That's true. You know, the Energizer Bunny, he's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool guy. You know, he has like that drum. He's just banging it going down the street. The best batteries. I was more of a Duracell person, personally.
The Duracell aliens or whatever they were.
What? Aliens?
I just remember the Duracell. I thought they had aliens or something.
Maybe
No?
they did, but I missed out on that one. If you know what Kurt's talking about, Duracell aliens, then chime in. But if you don't, you're not alone because I have no idea. So it's Monday. Ethan, you're speaking up over there. What you got?
Is having a favorite battery like an adult thing, or?
I think whenever we were kids, they played a lot of battery commercials. Now that people don't watch as much TV, everything's on YouTube, everything's streamed, and you skip through all the commercials. So you don't build that connection that I built with like the Energizer Bunny and Duracell and all that, right? How much TV do you watch?
Like maybe
Not enough. There you go.
30 or 45 minutes worth every day, something like that.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. You don't have a favorite commercial. You don't have a favorite battery brand. And I feel sorry for you. Here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's a beautiful Monday morning right here in Lamarck, Texas. I'm excited to start the day with you. Thank you so much for taking the time. Feel free to share this stream out if you're watching on Facebook. We appreciate you taking a moment to hang out with us. I believe that we're going to be able to impart something beneficial into your life. Maybe that's an event. Maybe that's some positivity. But TGIM, first of all, we got to start the show with TGIM. And I'm so excited that it's Monday morning right here.
Hey, Mondays are the best. You know, I found out something that I think you would be really intrigued about. So Friday show, right? We're at Maceo Spice Company doing the show live on location for Maceo Spice. One of our guests was Skydive Galveston, which is one of our partners here at KHEA Radio.
Right.
So we get done with the show, we get off the boat, and I'm checking my phone, and, you know, Facebook notifies you of Facebook memories, right? So to the exact year, on the exact same day,
Maceo's?
we had Skydive Galveston in studio for the very first time. Isn't that crazy to think about?
What? God works in mysterious ways, and I don't know how that has to do with what that has to do with anything, but man, a year, that can't be coincidence, can it?
Here's how I tie this in. You might share this stream today, and it might be the first time that you ever share KHEA Radio.
Boom.
And 1 year from now,
Your memories will pop
your
up.
memories will pop up, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, this was the first time that I tuned in to KHEA Radio.
Hey, that show at Maceo's was awesome. And did anybody have the opportunity to go on our journey where we were hanging out on the cruise boat?
Yes.
Man, so we're giving away a cruise. I think that the cat's out of the bag, right?
Right.
We're giving away a cruise.
To
Shout
you.
Yeah, you could win a cruise, and we're going to be launching a video. We filmed it. It's going to be launching that first week of April, so make sure you turn your notifications on for KHEA Radio. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're following KHEA, because you have the opportunity to win a cruise for absolutely free. There are some rules, but mainly the rules are like, share, comment, and you are entered in to win.
So here's a little hint. It's going to be dropped on April 2nd, so make sure that you set an alarm. Make sure you put it in your calendars, on your phone, or just tune in every single day and hope that that's the day that you tune in, because we're going to give that cruise away to somebody. And that's for 2 people to go on a boat for free. It's a 4-day trip in September. You're going to love it. It's so much fun.
Also, chime in. Let us know, have you ever been on a cruise? And if so, who did you use? Did you enjoy it? Would you go back? Would you participate if it was free? I have kind of been just kind of like on the fence when it comes to a cruise, but after going on the ship, I absolutely 100% want to go on a cruise now. I would definitely go on a cruise. And you know what sold me? Do you know what factor sold me to want to be like, yes, I got to go on a cruise? And I saw my wife tune in.
Was it the white piano in the captain's like quarters?
That was really nice. Is that what sold you? You're like, I got to go on a cruise. Look at this white. It's like a baby grand piano inside of a room. It's ridiculous.
That suite was what sold me, but I'd have to pay for that suite. I'm like,
yeah,
$5,000 later, like I'm going on a cruise.
Yeah. You know what sold me was the food, because we had the opportunity to eat on the cruise boat, and oh my gosh, I was telling the people that we were with, I said, this is where you make your money back. If you never leave the buffet, you know, you look at the cost of like, okay, this is what's costing me per night to be on the boat. This is everything I get to participate in, and all of the food is included. All of the buffet is included. I was like, man, I could eat more than, you know, they'd be like, hey, sir, you're not welcome back. You know, like at a casino, whenever they see somebody has won too much, like, please escort him out, cash him out. He's gone. That's what they're going to do to me at the buffet. They're going to be like, sir, no, you have to come with us. And they, like, escort me off the boat. They put me on, like, one of the little survival boats and just, like, send me on my way. Like, Galveston's that way.
I haven't had the nerve yet to post that taco picture of the taco from the buffet in the Talk of Taco group. I haven't had the nerve yet because it was
I was wondering.
It was a sad taco. It had a brisket taco, and I put American cheese inside of it, like the sliced cheese.
Yeah, they had ground beef. They had beef for the taco, but you, like, went to the carver, the guy who was, like, carving it, the thing, and you're like, sir, and I think it's like literal roast beef, and you're like, just cut me off a slice of that roast beef in this taco. I was like, what is that? What is it?
It was a taco. I really wanted a taco, but I wanted the roast beef or whatever it was.
Man.
It was funny.
Hey, shout out to Santa Fe Water Services. I see Christopher said, I love Cruising Carnival. And 3BQ, that's Perry Brooks, said we used Royal Caribbean. That's who we're going through to give this away. You can go to Your Vacation Edge. Shout out to Karen Edge and the team. They have put this together for us. You can go to yourvacationedge.com to find out more about planning your next event. That's how we're able to give this away. So we are so excited. This has been probably about 6 to 7 months, a process to get to this point where we're going to give away a cruise.
Yeah, I'm super excited about just being able to drop that video on Bless. You know, they offered it to us.
They did,
This was originally the cruise for KHEA Radio, like Curt and Gardy to go on, right? Like they were like, hey, you guys need a vacation. You guys can go.
And you were like, I do need a vacation.
I do need a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, you know, first of all, I don't want to share a cabin with Gardy. That's the first thing, right? Like, no part of me ever wants to do that. Second of all, we like giving things away. We don't want it for ourselves, so that's why we're giving it to you.
I'm shocked.
You offended?
I'm a little offended because, first of all, you took my line. How are you going to take my line like that? Because we talked about this. Because, Curt, you were mentioning on the boat how there was a wedding party. There was people getting wedding, and I was like, facetiously, mostly serious, like, Curt, are you going to, you know, one day, you plan to get married, hopefully one day, right?
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
Are you going to are you going to get married on a cruise boat tomorrow? And you were like, oh, well, what do the packages start at? You know, and it's pretty affordable.
Right.
All things considered, you know, everything that they have to offer. And then they were asking me, like, would you, I was like, I don't know if I could even share a cruise ship. Yeah, there's 2,000 other people on this boat. I don't know if I could be trapped on a boat. Like, there's no way out.
You see me
for like a week with Curt
jogging on the boat because they have a track in my hot dog suit, just running every morning.
First of all, you're not going to start exercising whenever you're on a cruise.
No, I'm going to be
like no exercise.
You get cruise bodied ready, and then you sit at the buffet and you eat all the free soft serve ice. That's soft serve ice cream. I was telling my girlfriend Nail, I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I can't ever go back to eating soft serve ice cream without having that again. Like, just the comparison, like Gringo soft serve ice cream versus that soft serve ice cream. Like,
you're saying the Royal Caribbean was better, right?
Oh my gosh, it was so good. The strawberry. Oh, I've never had strawberry soft serve ice cream, but it was fantastic.
We were looking over the boat, and there's dolphins like flying out of the water, and it was actually on our Instagram Live, which is gone because it was only 24 hours. And I was like, Curt, get footage of this. You have a giant camera in your hand, and you're like, I'm just enjoying the moment. And I was like, oh my gosh,
the dolphins.
So I see a lot of people chiming in, saying, hey, yeah, that's awesome. We want to win the cruise. Or I see some people that are claiming it for themselves, like, I am winning the cruise. We're going to be giving one away that first week of April. Good morning, Michelle. Michelle, we still need to schedule a time to come into Posh and get Curt microbladed. I know
Somebody
we
asked
said
me-
you were down.
My neighbor tuned in apparently last week, and I stepped out of the house last night to go take the trash, and she was like, so when's the microblading happening? And I was like, stop, like I don't want it.
Yes, you do. We've talked about this. You've agreed
But then
to it.
I said, I'm like, I got really good eyebrows already.
I mean,
Like,
they just need to be filled in.
really good.
They just need to be filled in a
Right?
little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't need tons. As long as it doesn't hurt, I think I should be okay.
Speaking of stuff hurting, you've been complaining about your about your neck healing.
Yeah,
So
I've been picking it.
Me and Curt went to Brazilian Drops. I had some Venus Viva treatment done on my face, and I'm actually going back tomorrow to do some more stuff. And Curt, you had some Botox, and then you also had some laser hair removal on your neck.
Right, I'm trying to remove
But
all of the hair on my neck, but I need to stop touching
You
it.
need to stop picking at it because
Ugh.
your hands aren't necessarily clean. Not just saying your hands, but anybody. Like when it comes to touching your face, you probably shouldn't.
Right,
And-
and so it broke out a little bit. I had to put concealer on my nose because that started breaking out a little bit today.
Ethan earlier was like, "Is that makeup?" And I was like, "Yes, Ethan." Kurt's talking about putting makeup on this morning.
I had this red bump. It shows up every 2 months. And now, earlier when it used to happen, we didn't have these high-grade HD cameras sitting in our faces. So it was a lot easier, to cover it up.
Yeah,
But
not anymore.
not anymore. I had to put concealer on this morning to cover it up.
Hey, so Michelle said, referencing microblading, she said it hurts, but come. And Joe Perez, so he did a Texas Chronicles on the salon and spa there. It's really nice.
Right, really awesome.
But he said that he witnessed, I guess, some of that stuff going on, but it was a process that looked like it wasn't painful. But I think those people probably have some good pain tolerance as well.
Oh, I have zero pain tolerance.
Hey, Curt, can we talk about what happened the other evening, the gala? And I still don't know the appropriate way to say it, but we went to a gala for the first time ever, and it was a blast. We had a ton of fun. It was benefiting Lighthouse Christian Ministries. We learned about them whenever they came on our show, and also whenever we talked about the Get Together Bay Area. They are a nonprofit that is right there in Bay Cliff, Texas.
Yeah, they help a lot for that area. And it was really kind of cool. We were at the Lone Star Museum located at Ellington Airport, and it was a lot of fun. One of the cool things, not only was this hearing about the stories, because I didn't know some of the stories that they were sharing at the gala or however you say it. But then they were like, hey, time for your entertainment. And we're like, okay, sweet, let's go. And they're like, here's some headphones. And you and I looked at each other, we're like, headphones?
I love music. I thought they were a gift, and I was hoping because they lit up on the side, and I was like, man, if we could use this in studio, it'd be next level. But that's not what they were for.
Yes, that's not what they were for, but I really wanted some too. And they're like, okay, each color, so they have you choose like 3 different colors, and each color had a different song or a different DJ. And so it was a silent dance floor. And so everyone on the dance floor was listening to a different song and was dancing, and it was completely silent outside of the headphones.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm not usually a dancer, but I had to. Like, I saw so many people. What's weird about that event is as soon as they were like, the dance floor is open, here's your headphones, the dance floor was crowded. That was crazy. Did you notice?
We were dancing, line dancing.
Yeah, I love
was
whenever
trying
the
to-
line dance started. I was like, nah, I'm down. I gotta go.
They were doing the cha-cha slide.
That's when I left. I was like, nope.
They were doing the cha-cha slide, but then the DJ was like, hey, shout out to the people who are doing the cha-cha slide and listening to something else. And he goes, oh, I see you $20 because I was listening to something else and doing the cha-cha slide.
Oh, that's funny.
So the guy, the MC of the event, he was from Clear Creek Community Church. There was this game where you had to do heads or tails, and
Ethan's
it was the
shaking
last.
his head over there.
Yes, the last person got to choose. Like you had to choose heads or tails, and the last person standing got free Astro tickets. But you had to give $20 to participate in the game.
How do you have not any, like, you had no reservation. Someone was like, hey, does anyone in the crowd not have any money and want to play? And Curt was like the only person.
I raised my hand. I'm like, I don't have $20. He's
There's
like,
probably
I got
about
you.
500 people there. 500 people there. You know, there was like state representatives there. There was like business owners and everybody. And nobody was like raising their hand. Kurt's out like the only person like, I don't have $20 and I'd like to play. I was just kind of like halfway embarrassed. Like,
Oh, Kurt had to
how
do
am I
it.
sitting at the table? Not only do I sit at the table with this guy, I work with this guy He's representing KHEA, but he's like, I don't have any money. Yeah, I'd love to play.
We don't make any money here at KHEA Radio.
Wow.
So
anyways,
he goes, I'm a church pastor. I'm a youth pastor. I don't make any money. So like, yeah, take my $20. And I was like, that's when it hurt me. And I was like, and I thought about it for like a second. I was like, no, I want to play this game and win.
Yeah, first of all, that's not the case.
I got out in the first round, and he's like, really? That's what my $20 went to? Was you didn't even choose the right one on the first time?
Yeah.
It was funny.
You know, people in who work at churches can still be smart in business and do other stuff.
Right.
It gives a bad reputation to that. Hey, I work at a church and I have my own business and I'm trying to be successful and
Be a
navigating that as
millionaire.
well. But come
Yeah.
on, man, you got this. You're better than that.
He was a great guy. It was so much fun. He's like, yeah. Hey there, $20.
Yeah.
I see you.
Good morning, Justin West. Justin West was at our table as well. He said, is Holly the only one who played from our table? No, Curt played. He actually had the pastor from Clear Creek Community give him $20, and then he lost first round. So Justin came back, and Holly was, like, doing really well.
Yeah, she'd made it pretty far, but didn't get the Astros tickets.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to do. We should do that on the game, like even on like the comments where we say heads or tails and we flip a coin, and if they say heads, then eliminate down to one person, and that's who wins the cruise.
Yeah, we're giving away a cruise, and maybe that's the way we're going to do it. Like, we already filmed a video, but it's like, throw it out the door.
Heads or tails.
Heads or tails. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Right now, it's 8:50 TGIM. It's Monday morning. Feel free to share this video out. One thing that I love that Facebook has started to do is showing who shared the video. So I can always count on Natalie Chavez. She's a sharer, and I appreciate that.
It says sharer.
I know, that's so cool.
It.
I love it. So feel free to share this video out. Let us know what you have going on today. Are you interested in winning the cruise? Are you interested in learning about some of the stuff that we're talking about today? We're going to be talking about Leak City today. We're going to be talking about the music festival and the barbecue competition that they have coming up. You know, Nick and the Groove is going to be playing that.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
They're fantastic. They're out of Alvin, Texas. Right, but they went to School of Rock and got blown up because of one of their songs that they did. Yeah,
they have had multiple songs go viral. Some talented kids from the local community who are doing some really cool stuff, and I'm excited to be learning about how the Lions Club in Leak City is putting this event on. It looks like this is something that's happened, multiple times. I remember last year, whenever we learned about this event, we picked up the phone and we started calling and be like, hey, it was like the day before. We're like, how can we be involved?
They were like, who? KHE? What?
Yeah.
We weren't big then yet.
We weren't big now, but I mean, now at least we've been around for a little over a year, and we've been able to meet some people, and I'm super excited to learn about this event today. It's coming up soon.
I'm still, and maybe this is one of the questions I'm going to ask is, how come we didn't get asked to MC the event yet? Right.
Well, that's what they're here for. Maybe they're here to
tell us
there
that.
There
you go. We love MCing events. We love it. So if you have an event that you need like two crazy dudes MCing,
I'll send Ethan and Curt.
I feel like here's the thing that I learned from Saturday night at the gala while kind of transitioning a little bit between the two was he did a really good job MCing the event. Whoever it was from Clear Creek Community Church, I took some pointers.
Okay.
So when we MC events,
Curt,
then we can do it.
I mean, he did great. He did a good job.
Right.
But if you're taking pointers from anyone, you got the best in the business sitting across from you every day, 8:30 to 11 a.m. I am here.
I thought you were talking about Ethan.
No, he's a young Padawan. He's in training as well.
He's in training,
So
okay.
I have my two trainees, and I'm telling you, you got the best in the business sitting across from you. Where's your notepad? You should have an iPad out with notes, taking notes on every word that I say. I'm over here spitting gold.
Yes, I got this. I'm writing it down right now in a note.
And
ready
here's your
to go.
homework.
Okay.
I need you to go back and watch every show every day and transcribe everything that I say. And then put it to memory. Put it to memorization.
It turns into a book. The Kickstart book.
Yeah. That'd be a New York Times bestseller. Ethan has a book. He said the book's like this. All the words Gardy talks about is getting bigger. Boom. Yeah. What do you think about that, everybody? It's 8:53 a.m. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Hey, pretty soon we're starting our TV show. We're going to be streaming what you're watching right now on Facebook. What you're listening to at 99.5 FM is going to be going to Channel 46 in Houston. The exact thing. So you'll have another way to watch. You'll have another way to watch as well.
Yeah, one of the things that we're going to be doing on the TV program is talking about our Facebook group, which is called Talk of Taco. It's where you have an opportunity to post your best taco photos. That could be your grandma's tacos. That could be the taco truck. That could be restaurants. It could be if you're going to a Greek and maybe a gyro or something like that.
I think it's a euro.
Or a euro, one of those two.
Or gyro, whatever.
Euro isn't euro money.
A euro, E-U-R-O.
Yes.
And then a euro.
Okay. So you can post those pictures in our Talk of Taco group. Go and join the group if you haven't done so. But one of the things that we're doing is we're putting together a 15-minute TV segment where we go and find the best taco stories. We're on the hunt for the greatest taco. So we have a video here that our Facebook audience and then also the people listening on 99.5 FM can actually listen to.
You're going to check it out?
About what is Talk of Taco.
Let's take a little look and take a little listen. Here we go. This is Talk of Taco. I'm Gardy Garcia, and I'm all about amazing tacos. Street tacos, chorizo tacos, breakfast tacos. Tacos that bring people together. Traditions passed down from generation to generation. Stories and recipes that the world deserves to hear. I am on the hunt for the world's greatest taco. This is who we are. Family, friends, a culture and passion. Amazing food that has an even better story. This is Talk of Taco. That's some Talk of Taco stuff. I want to re-record the voice on that. And I told you, even whenever we first recorded it, some of our vocal processors needed to be altered just a little bit. And I was like,
a little bit.
And I told you that, and you're like, no, we'll re-record if we need to. Like, oh, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then the other day, like the video was getting laid down, and I was like, man, okay, we need to re-record that. And you're like, we can't re-record that. You have to say it exact same way. I was like, why?
No,
that's why I wanted to do it the first time.
We'll re-record it. We'll re-record it just to make sure that we put out a good quality.
Hey, check this out. Brittany Green said, I make a banh mi taco. I am intrigued. Do you have any pictures of that? Do you have any video? Do you have any samples? I would love to try that and check that out. So, man, we are excited. We're going to be talking to the Lions Club, League City, Texas. We got some special guests that are hanging out right outside the window. We had a community baby shower that took place on Saturday, too. That's why the chairs are out there kind of lined up the way they are.
I kind of like it like this, where people can just sit there. Maybe that could be an audience. We develop an audience that sits outside and watches in on us every single day.
Is that right?
That's how they sit.
Yeah.
No, you don't like that idea?
I mean, I don't mind if people sit out there, but it's just an interesting
setup
thing that you would request. You're like, oh, I like that. Yeah, you want people to sit out there and watch. Well, you're not looking at them. I feel like I'm making good eye contact. I'm just like staring for 1%. Yeah. So Saturday there was a community baby shower. We had a lot of people come out. A great response, and it was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see. I mean, we gave away a ton of diapers, some strollers, some car seats, pack and plays. There was a ton of stuff, and there was community partners who helped make that possible as well. We had some people from UTMB, some nurses, some doctors. We had Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, and then Texas Pit Stop, Pho Banh Mi, Bake Me a Dream, Cupcake Cache. All these people donated food, so that way we were able to feed all of the participants who came and hung out.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to our partners, Cupcake Cache, Pho Banh Mi, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, Living Well Clinical Nutrition. All those people are connected to KHEA Radio, and they came and helped. We had over 400 expecting mothers who walked through the front door to get blessed with diapers, and we gave away like baby cribs and strollers and tons of items that they just came in and walked out. And talking to some of the mothers, they were just like overjoyed. Like one mother was like, I got a free diaper bag right when I walked in the front door. So it was kind of cool to see and be a part of.
Yeah, Moms on a Mission MOM, they also participated in collecting some diapers and some other items. They're a local nonprofit. Be sure you check them out. Yeah, it was a great thing. I feel like it was a way to connect with the community, and from what I understand, that's going to be something that takes place maybe every year. Every year.
I'm going to fire Ethan again today.
Poor Ethan. He just wants to keep his job. His intern job. I think we need. Ethan probably has it. One more chair. Yeah. Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Good morning.
What's up, everybody?
What is that?
Jason.
I can record them on our
Oh, hi guys.
Jason Long.
Jason, Gardy.
That's who's good.
What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, Gardy.
Nice to meet you.
All right. So we got a recording arm, and yeah, set it up where it needs to go. Is everybody doing good?
We are wonderful.
Great.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me pop this over to you guys. Sweet. So there's an event coming up May 2nd through the 5th. And that's a Thursday, right? May 2nd, or is that Friday?
On Thursday.
Yeah, it's a Thursday. Yep.
Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, if you are excited, if you are planning to go or you have been to the League City Music and Barbecue Festival Cook-Off, if you've been to one before, weigh in. Let us know. Are you excited for this year's? I feel like it's going to be another good time. I haven't had the opportunity to go to one yet. But this year, I think I'm going to be able to make it. I may be out of town on that Saturday because it's my wedding anniversary, and I need to make sure that's cool with my wife. But we'll see what's up. So
You want to pan that camera to the left?
Yep.
Sweet.
Is that good?
Yep.
A good shot?
Keep going to the left. So we're getting everything set up in here. I think we're good to go.
Boom. Cool. So, man, I like that arm. Kurt, we need to get one of those for just something, just to have.
Right?
Yeah, that's a cool arm.
She needs your.
So, the League City Lions Club. Can y'all share a little bit about what the Lions Club, does, what the background is, and how y'all just make everything possible, I suppose?
Sure. Lions Club International started in 1917 with Melvin Jones. He was a part of some other fraternal organizations, and he felt that they were too much about the networking of businesses, and he wanted to do something a little bit different. He wanted it to be about that these members, these groups, do service, that they help their community. And so he called up from friends from all over the country and said, I want to create a new group. Mm-hmm. And so that's where Lions Clubs International was formed. So 1917, Lions Clubs International forms. 1952, League City said, hey, there's a place for the Lions inside League City. And that's when the League City Lions was formed.
That's cool. So the yellow vest is kind of, I guess, like the visual thing, because I've seen them before. And where did that come from?
The history of it is it's kind of changed over the years. Once it was yellow and purple, kind of the purple of royalty, and then they did a little bit of a rebranding with the blue. But it was just a way to signify, each different group has their own thing. You think of the Masons with their special hats and everything else, and so the Lions is that lion emblem. And so if you ever see it, it's the double-sided face. So it's it's honoring the past, but looking on towards the future. And then that gold color, and then now blue instead of the purple.
All right. So this event, it's coming up soon. How many years have y'all had this League City Music Barbecue and Cook-Off? What's the official name?
So the official name is the League City Music Fest and Barbecue Cook-Off.
Okay.
This will be the 65th year in a row for this event. However, over the years, the name has changed. It originally was the Village Fair. That's something I went to as a kid, most of them all the way through most of my adult life. Mm-hmm. And then over time, we realized we're no longer a village. We're now a pretty large city with 100,000 plus residents. So we went from the Village Fair to the League City Music Fest and Barbecue Cook-Off.
Wow. 65 years? This is the 65th year.
It is.
Okay. And even how long have y'all been involved? Is this something that the Lions Club has always put on?
Yes, so the Lions Club started it 65 years ago, and it's been our main form of revenue for the year, or our main fundraiser for the year for 65 years.
How many people came last year, estimated?
We had estimated about 15,000 people that came through our gates. Now, there's an untargeted number because we do not charge for children 12 and under. Mm-hmm. We have no idea how many children came through our gates. So those numbers average anywhere from 15 to 20,000 people come out over the course of the weekend.
That's a lot of people.
To this event. It is a lot of people. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. How do you prepare for that? Like, where is this event, and how? I mean, League City is a good spot, but there's a lot of construction. There's a lot of houses. Like, where does this place? Where does it take place?
So it takes place at the Walter Hall Park, which is on Highway 3 in the corner of 518. It's a county park, and at one time it actually used to be a county pea farm. A little bit of history about the park. So there's a lot of history about
Like
the
the
park.
vegetables or like a pea?
More of a county correctional facility.
Oh, okay.
But yes, they used to grow peas, I believe. So, and so we've had it there for all 65 years. And over the years, the parks has changed, and the Lions have done a lot of work to it to make the venue a whole lot better for vendors and barbecue teams, and just mainly for the event itself.
Are you from League City?
I am born and
Okay.
raised.
Okay. Elaine?
Military. So I have lived everywhere. I moved to Texas and League City 7 years ago.
What brought you to this area and made you want to stick around and grow roots and be a part of this?
What brought me to the area is what brings a lot of transplants, oil and gas. My partner, he is in the oil and gas industry. What made us choose League City was I actually cried when I moved to Texas because the only thing I knew of was cattle ranches and the holding pens. And so when we came to the Houston area, he brought me down to KHEA, and I said, I want to live near the water. And so we stumbled on this community called League City, and I went, you know what, this reminds me of California. And so it was all the best things of California, minus all of the expense. And so what's made me stay is the community. The people are amazing, from all the different civic organizations, not just our clubs, just the people in general, how they rally behind each other anytime there's a cause or anything else. They're willing to give the shirts off their back when in need. And in all of the places I've lived all over the world, all over this country, I've never found that much heart as I have in our city.
What kind of change have you seen in these last 7 years?
Oh, just the growth. I've stayed over in that South Shore 96 area, and really there was a couple apartments and Kroger in a school, and now it seems like every square mile is filled with new shopping and development. Of course, always the freeway, the construction, everything else. We're just expanding. It's amazing to see the growth. Look forward to seeing what other things that we're going to do, and then how our club can help support it.
How long have you been a part of the Lions Club?
I am 2 years of a Lion. I am just starting just celebrating my year anniversary with the League City Lions. Prior to that, I was with the Evening Club. So there are 2 clubs, League City clubs. And so ours is the club that meets during the day at noon. We meet the first and the third Tuesday. And then there's an evening club. For those who can't make a lunchtime club, there's one. They meet on the second and fourth Tuesday in the evening. We both love barbecue. We're over at Red River, and they're at Spring Creek.
Okay, nice. And those are both nice League City businesses.
Correct.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. You know, Red River Barbecue, have you all had the opportunity to visit the cantina yet?
Yes.
Right there?
It's amazing.
Yeah, we've been a couple times.
We've had some really good shrimp tacos from there.
Yeah. Do y'all like tacos?
We
Yeah, I
do.
love
We
tacos.
love tacos. Speaking of tacos, one of your friends, who's also a great friend of ours, is Underground Tacos.
Yeah.
John Thomason is actually a part of our event this year. He's working with our League City Leos, and they're going to be selling barbecue to help support our youth organization, the Leos program.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they came in and they brought us some brisket tacos, didn't they? That they brought in here. Oh man, those are some really good tacos that they brought in for us. We have a taco group where people just post pictures of tacos. So hopefully, if you're watching right now and you're going to be at the League City Music Festival, then maybe you should take some pictures of those tacos, post them in the taco group.
And if you're eating a taco now, please post a picture. I'm actually hungry, so I'd love to
Absolutely.
eat a taco after this.
But we love John. John is actually my fiance loves his tacos so much that our attendees of our wedding in October are actually leaving the night with some of John's tacos.
So you're getting married in October?
We are.
Hey,
Here in League
congratulations.
City, actually. So yes, thank you.
Sweet. Where are you getting married at?
At Noah's.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know where that is. We've had some events there too. It's a very nice facility.
Yes, it's beautiful.
So I'm looking at your vest, and it has president.
Yes, sir.
Can you, I guess, just say, what does that mean to be the president of the Lions Club?
So this is actually my second year as a president. President of the Lions Club is very similar to a president of any organization. They run the meetings, kind of set the direction of the club for the year, create committees, the people who are going to be on the committees. Very similar to that. And then it just goes down from the ranks to vice president, secretary, which Lion Mullane here is also our secretary and our chair of our event this year.
So you've been the president for 2 years. How long have you been involved in the organization?
4 years. I'm working on my 5th year.
Okay. What drew you to want to be a part of this organization?
So actually living in Lake City, Lions Club was very active in our city, and they do a summer camp for special needs children that wouldn't be able to go to a regular summer camp called a Texas Lions Camp. And actually my sister had went there for 1 year, and so that's kind of what sparked my interest. And when I was older, of course, and had a chance to join, I did. A good friend of mine named Corey Thomas was in the club, and he said, "Hey, you should come join." I said, "Well, I've been wanting to do that," so it was a good opportunity, and that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure it wasn't just, if it's 65 years of like good food, I'd be like, hey, I think I need to join the Lions Club because I can get that weekend pass. I'll be at, like having all access, maybe judged. Is there a competition, or is there more just like, hey, there's a lot of barbecue?
Oh, no, it's a competition.
So
Cook-off?
It is. So it's it's a cook-off. So I have over 110 teams, between 105 and 110 teams every year. This year we're shooting for 110. It's which is sanctioned by IBCA, which is International Barbecue Association. So they come, they do judge 3 meats, brisket, ribs, and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
We also do chili, and that's on Saturday night. And on Friday night we also do beef, chicken fajitas, and salsa.
All right.
There's also 2 other really fun entries on Friday night. We have our best of show. That is the people that do the biggest and best tents, everything else, that pull out all the bells and whistles. And this will be the second year. You can thank that Lion Jason's wife, Ashley, who came up with this from what she saw at some of the other rodeos. We have the best porta potty contest in the tents, and you should see what they do down from
They decorate it?
They absolutely air conditioning and
Wow.
hang designs, everything else.
That's a good
they
idea.
deck out their porta potties.
Okay.
And
I'm sorry, but we got 5 seconds. We're going to take this on the FM. I'll introduce you and we can keep it going. Here we go. Let me see. Boom.
Real radio about the real Christian life. 99.5 FM. KHEA, Lamarck.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have a couple special guests in studio today. We're going to be talking about the Lions Club, League City. This is an organization that's been, I guess, in League City and has roots all over the world, I suppose. How are you guys doing today?
Excellent.
we're
Thanks for
doing
having
great.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Can you all introduce yourselves and then maybe say your roles within this organization?
Absolutely. My name is Jason Long. I'm the current president of the Lake City Lions Club, and I also run the barbecue cook-off for the Lake City Music Festival and barbecue cook-off. And next to me is Lion Mullane Sweeney, our current secretary for this year.
Whenever it comes to running a barbecue cook-off, is that something that's difficult to do? Because I want to start my own, but like hearing about all the details, it kind of is like, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
It's a lot of work, and actually it's about 10 or 12 of us who work on this throughout the year, once or twice a month, all the way to probably a month, 2, and then it's almost daily until the event.
Mm-hmm. And this event that is taking place, can you share what the name of it is, when it is, and what, somebody attends, what they can, experience?
Go ahead, Mullane.
Sure, we're the League City Music Festival and Barbecue Cook-Off. This is our 65th year of hosting this event at Walter Hall Park in Lake City, Texas, off of Highway 3. It breaks out into several different days. We start off Thursday. Thursday's a free day in the park. It's a sneak peek of the carnival, and this year we're also doing karaoke in the park. We know that you guys here at KHEA love some karaoke. We'd love to have you guys come on out.
Wait, how did you hear about this?
I saw the video last night. It was pretty impressive.
I can't believe she posted that in the Houston food lovers group. Like, I was like, are you serious?
So,
She was. Yeah. You post it out. You put it on the internet, Kurt, and it's, hundreds of people will see it.
Bay Area Houston food lovers group. Go follow it.
We're the era of social media. Anything that you do can and will be online and will be shared shamelessly.
Shared against you.
Yes.
I'm just glad it was that video and not the video of my live video of me from the Lighthouse Christian Ministries gala from Saturday night.
You know that you've just set yourself up for
I
that
know
to go
that.
out there.
That video was bad because, like, when a man loves a woman. And I was like, oh my gosh, stop, Kurt. Why did you do that?
He's a great karaoke, or I don't know what the appropriate term is. So y'all are going to have karaoke?
We are. It is actually being hosted by the Stockdale Cousins. That's Clinton Chase. They currently do an open mic on Monday nights at the pub level. There's a contest going on there, a Pub's Got Talent. We're hoping that some of those people might come out and join us. They actually might be performing in one of our other venue areas called Lynn's Beer Garden. That all weekend there will be live entertainment in that. So there's throughout the weekend there's multiple places to hear some live music. So Friday we start the day out with a private event. We bring in about 1,000 special needs students for a day of fun activities with them. Free carnival rides. Whataburger, an amazing corporation. They sponsor this event. They bring out the food. They have different local Whataburger restaurants cycle in about a 10-15 minute increment of just doing food drops for these kids. Cool Cow Creamery is going to be doing ice cream cones.
Oh, yes.
Snow Bros is doing
love Cool
snow
Cow.
cones. I mean, all sorts of different things. Devro's coming out and doing coloring books, all sorts of activities, bounce houses, and different characters and everything else. Just for those kids to have a day where it's low stress for them. They're not dealing with crowds. It's the time where we can stop a Ferris wheel for 5 minutes if we need to be able to pick up a child from a wheelchair and put them in. Or somebody has some anxiety of getting on a ride, we can halt that ride until they're comfortable to get on it. And if they want to ride it 10 times, guess what? They're going to ride it 10 times. It is a day all about those children.
Wow. And when did that start? Like, is this going to be something? Is this the first year for y'all to be able to do this?
No, Kids Day has been pretty much since the start of our event. There's been a Kids Day. Now it's grown and developed over the years. But the reason for the Music Fest is for our service projects, and this is our largest service project that we do. Lions has a great mission of doing things for children, and so this is our way, our club's way of supporting our students and our local community who don't always get that extra special care that they need.
You're listening to 99.5 FM KHEA Radio. If you're watching on Facebook right now, that's at KHEA Radio. Go ahead and share this video and let people know what we're talking about. One of the things that we talked about earlier, I think maybe even on Facebook Live a little bit, was about the barbecue cook-off. We love barbecue. We love eating food here. The first question I have is, one, who are the judges? And two, how does Gardy and I get involved in being the judges? Because I feel like
we're not the only ones. People on here as well are like, hey, do y'all need volunteers for the judging? Right?
Yeah.
You talk to this man over here.
Can we judge the cook-off?
Absolutely.
Yes!
There's only one prerequisite. You have to love barbecue.
Okay, check.
So y'all are definitely in. When I took it over 4 years ago, normally they would take judges from the team. So it'd be team members or friends or relatives that were hanging out at the team tents.
Oh, that's not fair. You pick your barbecue.
Tell me about it. And I spent my whole time driving around saying, I need your team members.
Yeah.
I need your team members. Come judge. So the next year I said, I'm not doing that. So what we did was we ended up just sending out a sign-up link through Facebook, through email, and asked people to sign up for the different categories for different times. And before I knew it, I had 300 judges like that.
Brittany Green, who is watching, said, take me with you, please, 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 please. We found out last year, whenever we judged our first cook-off competition, it's serious business.
It is.
We had no experience. We walked into it blind other than, hey, do you guys want to? And we're like, absolutely. Like, yeah, let's go. So
I was trying to talk to the people, and
Oh,
they're like,
no.
stop
No.
talking to me. And I was like,
we didn't know.
Rude.
No talking, no pictures. Everyone wants to take a picture of the barbecue, but you can't because it goes through 3 stages of judging before it to get to the final table. And so somebody might recognize that is their ribs, that is their brisket that's on the final table. And so then it's no longer, and so then you've kind of broken those IBCA rules. But yes, we welcome all sorts of judges. It takes 300 judges to be able to judge a 100+ team cook-off event, and IBCA does a good job of telling you all of those rules before those different competitions start.
I like the palate cleaners, like the cheese.
He's just eating all the pickles and
The
there's
pickles,
a little
the
stuff.
crackers.
the cheese.
The
Oh, I
water.
was just going to town on those.
Yeah.
And also, if you cannot make Saturday, we also need judges for Friday night. That's when we do our beef and chicken fajitas and our salsa competition.
There's a salsa competition?
Yes.
There is.
What do y'all judge on?
Is it
like
spicy? Like hot?
Spice level, flavors?
It is open entry, so it's really it is your preference.
It's your preference.
On it. Some people would pull out some of the spicy, make you cry, and then the others go more the flavorful, some of the sweet, like the pineapple. They'll do a little hint of habanero. It is cook's choice on that salsa.
So for this music festival and the barbecue cook-off, do y'all need any volunteers?
Absolutely. It takes hundreds of volunteers to make this happen, all starting from our setup. Setup starts earlier in the week. We usually start full setup around Tuesday, Wednesday, but really Thursday will be a big day for setup. Then the running of it, we need anyone if they have their handlers for alcohol, we need people for that. But the main thing is there's all different areas and tents and such that we needed at the Kids Day that we talked about. We need volunteers to be able to help make that of just things from handing stuff out and everything else.
Yeah, how can somebody get a hold of y'all if they want to volunteer?
There is a sign up on our website. It's lcmusicfest.com, and there's a vendor section there.
Okay.
I think our intern's going to get that up and ready to go so that people can go and hit that link to go and register to volunteer.
Yeah, because there's some people that say, hey, I want to volunteer. How can I help? So, yeah, go to the website, lcmusicfest.com. You'll be able to learn more. Is there some about, I guess, the history? Because 65 years is a long time to be putting on an event like this.
Absolutely. Just on our About section, there's some of the history of it, about the different organizations that we've been able to support, the different projects, everything else in there. So, yeah, our website is the greatest source of information on there.
Looking through the lineup, so on Sunday it says International Festival, which is also Cinco de Mayo. There's a pet festival. What can you expect on that Sunday?
So Sunday, we have different dance performers from all over the world. We have a mariachi band coming out that'll be performing. There's some Bollywood-style dancing. We have some Spanish flamenco dancers. So all sorts of different groups. Over in the Midway, in our music pavilion, there's a reggae group that's going to be out there performing. They're called Ojos Rojos. And so yes.
Ojos is eyes.
That's correct, Kurt.
Yes.
Good job.
I got it.
Do you know what rojos means?
No, I just know Ojos.
Well, that's good enough. 50%. You nailed your Spanish test.
So we have a lot of different food vendors, from Greek food. I believe there's some Vietnamese food and everything else from our different trucks. So it was kind of honoring and recognizing the diverse culture that makes up our area, and kind of helping recognize them and letting them shine about the best things in them. There's also some Egyptian folklorica dancers that are going to be there, and so it should be a good time on the international side. Over in the ball field, so on Sunday will be a pet festival. League City Pets Alive is partnering with us to do an adoption day. There will be vendors all in that area specifically related to animals, anything from how to take care of your pets, to of low-cost spade or neutering, to adopting, just different services, things about service animals, everything else. So all things pets will be happening over in the ball field on Sunday.
Will there be any lions, like actual lions at the pet festival? Like,
No.
will
The
there
petting
be?
zoo,
Not this
petting
year.
lions.
Has there
Oh,
been in the
man.
past?
Yes, and in the past we've had white tigers.
What? That's
That you could pet?
ride.
Not if you wanted to keep a hand at the end.
Yes, but Leo the lion doesn't like to be upstaged, and he said the only way he would come out is if he is the only large cat in the park.
I've seen him making appearances around town.
I saw it, some videos and stuff.
Where's he going next? Again, where has he been?
Where is he going next? That is a good question. I know that Friday he will be over at Walter Hall Park. We are going to be doing another photo shoot with first responders. So this year on Friday, the park is open up to all first responders. That's fire, EMS, and police, not just League City, but all of the surrounding areas. Show your credential, you get in free. So Friday, he is going to be with the Galveston County Sheriffs and one of our big sponsors, Windsor EMS. They're going to have some of their trucks and vehicles out there. We'll be doing some photos with him. But upcoming, I know he'll be at Little Bellamia. He'll be at a Whataburger coming soon. Who knows where he shows up? He likes to give out prizes, T-shirts, all sorts of different things.
Is he allowed to talk? Can he talk?
He is shy.
Oh, man.
He likes to dance, but he's not so much into talking.
Yeah, speaking of Red River, I went to Red River one night, and he was there dancing in front of a band. Hey, what's up, Leo?
I'm a little jealous of him as a mascot because I feel like we definitely have a better mascot
You
here
think?
at KHEA Radio. The hot dog.
I don't know.
The hot dog talks, at least.
Well, the hot dog can talk, but
Right?
he doesn't really have anything good to say.
He always says KHEA Radio.
And that's about it.
That's it.
But Leo the Lion, I guess, can you share, when did Leo the Lion come into existence? The very beginning?
As far as League City, I'm not sure when Leo popped up. He's probably been around for most of it, but pretty much there is a lion, whether his name is Leo or not, and all over the world. It's fun seeing in Greece what a Greek lion looks like and everything else. But there, you can find him everywhere. And he's always out there, projects, working just as hard as the rest of us. And likes to have a good time.
He's pretty chill. Like, he's not scary. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you think of a lion, you think of like, oh my goodness, there's a lion. But he's like very welcoming. The kids would be able to love him.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Leo the Lion is always every year in the Rose Parade in California.
Okay.
So yeah, he goes everywhere.
Yeah. And is he going to be hopping around the entire festival? He's going to be busy, huh?
Oh, he is definitely busy during the music festival.
Curt, what do you think the best day of the festival is going to be? Because there is a ton of stuff going on.
I like Saturday, support our troops, free entry for active military. Talk a little bit about why you are doing that on Saturday.
So our main headliner, Jared Neiman, has done several different USO tours. So supporting the armed forces is really big for him. As a bona fide Army brat, it is really important to me that we support our armed forces and everything else. So, that's something that we did last year. I'm sure they did it in other years past. Fortunately, last year was my first year that they let me get involved. So I haven't been able to be a part of the fest for the 7 years I've been in Texas. But it was really important that we move forward with that and continue. I know they've had in past performers from Ellington come out and do our national anthem and everything, but we just really feel that our armed forces, the people that serve our country, need to have something a little special for them. You
mentioned earlier, moving around for the military, and you mentioned being an Army brat. So was it, both your parents or one parent? How did that go with the military background?
Both. It was both my fathers. My father and my stepfather were in military. But yes, I have lived all over. I've lived in 2 countries, 7 states and 23 different cities. Wow. And quite a bit of them was before I was the age of 13.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is a lot.
I mean, having all those experiences so young, I guess that opens you up to a lot of stuff there's people that, have lived in this area for their whole life. And I mean, how does that give you a different view on things?
It definitely gives you a different perspective of different cultures. My childhood was growing up in Europe, so it was great. My summer camps were in Switzerland. Who gets to really say that? But you learn to accept diversity and everything else, but you got to see all of the good. When we go through times in the world where people start closing in and wanting to close ranks, when you have that experience of living everywhere, being around, you see that that in every culture there's great people, and that at the heart we all just want to get along. We want to be able to help our brothers and sisters and everything, and so you'll be able to see that through Lions. I mean, we're the largest service group in the world, and so I communicate daily with different Lions and different clubs from all over.
So earlier we had a question. You mentioned summer camps in Switzerland, but y'all also participate and do some summer camp stuff. Can you share about that? Somebody had a question asking,
Sure.
What's the details on the summer camp?
Yeah, so the summer camp's called the
Texas Lions Camp.
Yeah, Texas
Nice.
Lions Camp in Kerrville.
Okay.
And so it's a summer camp built around kids with special needs. So kids with the type 1 diabetes all the way to very different forms of autism. And so they get to go there absolutely free. Each club in the different cities will sponsor children.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go there absolutely free for a week long, and they get to experience everything that normal kids would experience at any summer camp. Water activities, swimming, boating. They have zip lines. They have the towers they climb up and then rappel down. So it's very neat for these kids and very special.
Wow. Right now it's 9:30. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
We're going to be on till 11 a.m. And we're saying all that, first of all, because we just announce that periodically. But somebody did ask, if you're just tuning in for the first time, feel free to let us know. Let us know what you have going on today. Are you planning to be at the League City Music Festival and Barbecue Cook-Off this year? Have you been in the past? Last year, can you share one more time, like how many people came last year and what are you expecting number-wise this year?
Yeah, so last year for the 3-day event, we had around 10 to 15,000 people. And this year we have 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we expect about the same amount of people. So if you haven't been or if you've been before, please come out and visit this event.
What happens if 100,000 people show up? Somebody said earlier with John Thomas and Underground Tacos there, that's like, hey, if the brisket's there, you may get like 100,000 people showing up.
Then we'll just extend it from that Sunday to next Sunday. Just wait in line. We'll get to you as quick as we can.
Next year too, and I don't know if this is possible, we need to talk to your advertising people because we need to get our logo on here.
What can we do?
I want it right
Become
next
a
to Ron
sponsor.
Carter, and then we could go live from every day of the show. We're out there live with our big tents. I mean, name another radio station in our area that can go live on location.
That
Besides
is true.
KHEA Radio.
We'll wait.
We'll wait.
On those flyers,
Waiting.
that's right. And the sponsors that are on those push cards, we have hundreds of sponsors, but the ones who make the front of that, they put up quite a bit of cash to have that little revenue. But they're what makes that event possible. It is our fundraiser, but it is what allows us to make it happen. And most of those sponsors come back every year. They're amazing people.
Absolutely.
This is the biggest fundraiser y'all have for the
This
year?
is the only
fundraiser
fundraiser we
have.
do.
That's absolutely.
Okay. Do y'all just need some ideas for other ones, or it's like you only need one? I got ideas. I can spit them out.
We work pretty much year round on this event. We work aggressively on it for about 6 to 8 months, but even the other, it's constantly going and everything else. And we put everything into it. So that's kind of why. I mean, there's little things that here and there, but this really is the only major fundraiser we do.
Yeah. We're at the Lighthouse Christian Ministries Gala, and that's kind of the same thing that they have, and they raise the majority of the money that they need to fund everything. I think I said like 80% of their outreach, because then they can keep their ideals that way. There's like different grants and stuff that they can get, but they said they like to focus on being able to keep God and Christ and all their stuff in their ministry. I guess for y'all, it's kind of the same, but different. This is the one fundraiser. Y'all are able to kind of get everything. Are y'all open with You mean how much money is brought in and how y'all are able to use that in the community?
We are a 501c3, so that means that our financials are open to the public. So yes, we are very open with what we do. And Lions International is very, very specific that money raised from public funds goes back to the community. It is not our operational. Our operational expenses are covered by internal fundraising, so of things that we do within our members, everything else, or the dues that we pay. So the money raised by this event goes back to the community.
What does it take to become a Lion if somebody is interested in joining you guys?
A willingness to serve. That is really ultimately
Check.
the thing. A willingness to serve. Then you come to a meeting, and you come again. Generally about that second time, we're going, hey, this person might like us. Let's give them an application and get them involved. So that's really it. There is what they call dues, but really when you break it down to it, what you're paying for that yearly helps all of these different projects that are designated by the district level, the state level, and international level, and it's the operation. It's what allows us to do everything. It's 100% volunteer. No single Lions member is allowed to profit off of the work they do. Everything that we do for the Music Fest or just in general is all 100% volunteer.
And y'all meet at Red River Barbecue. How often do y'all meet?
First and third Tuesday of every month at noon.
Okay.
So I'd love to have y'all come out, come have a lunch on us, and come see what our League City Lions Club is about. It's always we have great people involved, and it's always good camaraderie, good place to meet people, network, and we'd love to have y'all come out.
One of the things that we've actually we didn't know much about like area clubs and organizations, and one of the ones in Lamarck that's really connected to us is the Kiwanis Club, and they meet once a week at like a local. I think they actually meet at Benito's International Restaurant, which is one of our partners here at KHEA Radio. Do you guys do that as well? Do you guys do weekly meetings, monthly meetings? How does that work?
Twice a month.
Twice a month.
First and third Tuesday.
And
of every
it's
month.
lunch?
At
Right?
lunch.
It
Oh,
is.
see, you got to be
Absolutely.
able to do that, right?
And we rotate. Red River has a lot of amazing food that isn't barbecue. So we do every other meeting is barbecue, but then we flip it with catfish and
Chicken fried steak.
their chicken fried steak. So
Which is amazing.
Oh, at Red River?
At
Oh,
Red
yes.
River.
Oh, wow.
So yes, you come and you sit down and have a meal with us.
Can y'all share a little bit about the musicians that are going to be there? Because I'm looking at this right now, and I've heard of Bag of Donuts. I haven't had the opportunity to hear of Jared. Is it Neiman yet. But I did see that Nick and the Groove was on an online advertisement or a poster.
Absolutely. So we have 4 days of entertainment, starting with the Thursday with karaoke. We have not announced who's going to be in the beer garden yet. We are still waiting to find out. So tonight is the final competition at the pub level, and the winner of that is going to be invited to perform in the
What?
beer garden. So yes, if you don't have anything to do starting at 9 o'clock at pub level, you can come help me watch and announce who's going to win.
So can you still
that contest.
enter that competition, or is it like already
so
at...
it's been ramping up. Last week was the last week to be able to enter. So it is. I believe they've done 8 weeks of this open mic
Wow.
competition. Each week there was a $100 level winner, whoever was the favorite, and then that guaranteed them an entry into into tonight's final competition. The winner of that wins $400, but we've kind of upped the ante, and we're giving them Thursday night in the beer garden for the winner as well.
This is like Lions International Idol.
It is, but so
you-
it's kind of cool. I mean, that might be something that we're gonna have to work together. We'll start that.
Are you like the kind judge, or the one that's like, are you serious
Hey,
right
Simon?
now? Like the Simon Cowell
You know,
of the Lions International
I'm kind
Idol
of a
judging.
mix. I'm kind of a
She's
mix.
the female Simon Cowell.
Oh,
But
really?
I love her. But yeah.
I am very detail oriented. I am. I get serious about this because the amount of stuff that we get to do with it. So yes, I can get a little bit serious in the running of this.
Can you
have to have big
critique?
shoulders to be the chairman of an event like this.
Can you critique Kurt's karaokeing? You saw the video, right? Does he have
You
what it
know-
takes to be the Lion Idol?
Did I get into the finals for tonight?
That
to say,
that would be
you're
up
the-
to
you're the-
Clinton Chase. I don't get to. I just get to cast a vote in that. I don't get to choose the winner of it. But you're better than I am. So that was one of these with the whole wedding thing. There was one of these things. Who's better singer? And he goes, you. And I said, have you ever heard me sing? And he goes, no, I haven't. I said, there's a reason. I don't do karaoke. I praise anyone who does. So you are far better than I am.
Sarah said here, please don't do this to us. Please don't let Kurt perform in the beer garden.
How about we just have Kurt's karaoke video, and they'll just put the mic up to it and be like, "There you go."
I
said,
believe
"Oh,
there's
you
going to be
gotta
some
be my girl."
televisions. We can just stream it.
Yeah.
We could do the voice and just nobody turns around, right?
But speaking of idols, the winner of Bay Area Idol will be performing in the beer garden on that. I believe it's Steven Alexander was the winner of that. So Bay Area, the local chamber organization held a contest. And
Where was that
several
one
weeks
at?
long.
Because in the past it's been at
It was at Jackie's
Brick House. Okay,
Yes.
again, yeah.
So he's going to be performing in the beer garden as well on Friday. So we have also a side stage over in the Midway. So School of Rock, amazing organization. A lot of different groups have come out of that. So we have the band Hayes that is going to be starting off all of the live music on Friday. They will be over in the Midway, followed by Below Skies. And so then you'll have the Bay Area Idol winner in the beer garden to start off everything over in the field. And then the main stage will be Nick in the Groove and Bag of Donuts. So that's Friday's live lineup.
Yeah.
Saturday is another full day of music. School of Rock will be there. There are different performers all throughout the day over in the Midway, with then ending with another one of their huge groups that has been really big in traveling called Paper Wolf. And so then we have over in the beer garden, Dalton DeRich and Texas TNT in the beer garden. And then we have it starts with Southern Shanks Band. The lead guitarist, not the lead singer, is from League City. They say they are a swamp rock. Is how they have it. So it's kind of rock and bluesy country music.
I'm envisioning it now. Sounds good.
So yes, they were out there last year. People loved them. So we had them back. And then after that is Doug Supernaw. He is going to be there, and then closing out the main stage is Jared Neiman.
Who are you looking forward to the most?
Who am I looking forward to? I'm partial to the School of Rock bands. Below Skies, the lead singer of that is one of my Leos. Everything else, but really, I am all about the kids and supporting that. And I think all of the different groups from Nick in the Groove and Hayes, as well as Paper Wolf and just the School of Rock in general.
Yeah,
it's amazing talent I wish I had growing up. So, anything that I can do to support them, that's really really for me.
I took a guitar lesson at School of Rock.
Did you?
I did. I learned how to play Sweet Home Alabama, right?
I mean, kinda.
You
only took one lesson, but
I did. I got
why
the first
didn't you
chords.
keep going?
he bought a guitar. He
I
went to
did.
Guitar
I bought
Center,
a
bought a
guitar.
guitar, and then he took the lesson
It
and
literally
everything.
sits in my bedroom and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but Nick in the Groove, man, he has some videos. Him and his band, Nick and the Groove. I mean, they have a ton of views. They're very talented. Some local
absolutely.
kids doing some cool stuff.
Their performance of Barracuda was amazing. So we're really excited to have them.
Sorry.
You have to. You hear that song, you've got to start singing.
Yeah, those kids are very, very talented, and they're definitely going places as long as they stick with it.
Mm-hmm. For you in the barbecue cook-off, is there like a favorite already? I know you said there's about like 100-something teams that are going to be in there, but is there somebody who's like, hey, they've won the past 3 years?
Yeah, so we actually have a team, Paul Carnell, the PJ Cookers, and he has won grand champion 2 years in a row, so he's going for his third year. And so I'm kind of pulling for him. He's never done a 3-year in a row grand champion.
The three-peat.
Three-peat, that's right. So he's super excited to get out there and compete. And we have some amazing talent. we've had our teams that have been out there for 20, 30 years who just do this relentless, probably 20, 30 times a year, who are just great cooks. And to go out to our event and do a three-peat, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's hard to win anything, and then to win back-to-back, and then the three-peat.
And against 100-plus teams that are just that do this. So since it's IBCA sanctioned, they're all chasing points, right? So and the end result is to go to the championship. There's a couple of them. There's a Royal and Memphis, and there's a Jack Daniels competition. So they're all chasing points to get the golden ticket to go to these competitions to compete for $100,000.
Yeah. Have you watched any of the reality TV shows on barbecue cook-offs? It's real. It's serious.
It is cutthroat. It is very serious. I've been fortunate enough to go to that competition there in Memphis. It's actually the weekend after ours. So this is really our event is one of the last stops for those final points to be able to qualify for that one in Memphis, which is pulling from cook-off teams from all over the world. But it is a cutthroat business in barbecue.
Yeah.
But I think another favorite is the multi-winner of the Best of Show, Johnny's Place. I mean, you see them, you cannot miss their tent, and they pull out all the stops to make sure that they have good barbecue, but they make sure that everyone has a good time.
Okay, whenever it comes to barbecue, what is y'all's favorite? Texas is known for brisket. Right? Is that what y'all are eating if you order at a restaurant or at the cook-off tent? Are the ribs or what?
It's actually changed. When competition got really popular and everybody started joining these competitions, it was brisket, but it's actually changed to chicken now. Actually, chicken's a lot harder to cook than brisket is, because if you cook it too long, you got a piece of rubber chicken, right? Hence the rubber chicken. So to me, my favorite is chicken. I can tell a good cook by somebody who can cook a good, juicy piece of chicken that's not too rare, not too overdone, and it looks pretty.
For me, I think it's because there's only one. I have one of the best briskets that we've had in studio, and we have a lot of brisket. Oh, yeah. But there's a food truck called 3BQ, and they have some really good brisket. I saw he posted.
Perry Brooks. Yeah,
Perry Brooks. He posted some pictures of that brisket with the smoke ring.
I like the bark. The bark on there.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I'm a ribs gal of spending so much time living in Missouri. I had St. Louis and Kansas City. But then, so it kind of comes down to the pork also, because I was just a hop, skip, and a jump down to Memphis for their pulled pork. So, but for me, it's impressive for somebody to be able to pull out an amazing rib.
Have you been, I know it's Lamarck, it's not League City, but have you been to the Texas Pit Stop Barbecue?
I have.
They're actually one of our teams that cook in our competition.
They're fantastic. Have you had the Casper sandwich yet?
No.
I haven't.
You have to have the Casper sandwich. You can't live any longer without having the Casper sandwich.
So tell me about this Casper sandwich.
It is a brisket mac and cheese sandwich.
Oh, there you go.
See?
I like their chicken. And I'm not necessarily a guy who orders chicken. If I go barbecue or anything, I want the beef, even like steak. But whenever I go to the pit stop, their chicken is so good. I always order chicken, and then I'm like, well, I have to have some brisket, and let me give me some brisket on the side, as well.
So, are you a sauce person, or are you purity? Is it all about the meat?
Yeah, whenever it comes to chicken, I'm just eating the chicken, and usually whenever it comes to beef, I'm just eating the brisket as well. But it depends, how you're feeling.
These are the standards that we're living up to when we judge this competition, just so you know.
You get a little preview, in case you weren't sold.
It is. So, going back to the ribs, when you judge it, you're not allowed to pick that rib up. It is really, you're pulling a small portion off and everything else. So it's really, how tender is it? Does it come off the bone? But you don't want it falling off the bone. Do you see that smoke ring like you mentioned and everything else? What's the level of spice? Did they dry boil it? Did they wet? Did they sauce that up? Did they throw something special in? It's all sorts of different things. What's the texture?
When we judged the fajitas at the Texas City Firefighter Games last year, and we're having a meeting today, and hopefully we're able to judge that one again as well. That's what we're going to be pushing for. We're like, yeah, we'll do some promotion for you, but we have to get in to judge. That's the rules, right?
That's all we need.
That's all we need. We were judging off of look too. That's one of the things you like. And there were a few, but here's the hardest part. Is you base it, you score from a 1 to a 10, and maybe this is different for your guys', but you had to score a 1 through a 10, right? So take a bite of the first fajitas. I'm like, oh yeah, that's an 8, that's a 9. And then you get to the next one and you're like, wait, this one's better. I can't give it a 10. And then you keep going and you're like, well, maybe that wasn't an 8, the first one that I had. So it's kind of intriguing.
It is very interesting in that you go through that as well. Last year, I co-chaired the cook-off with Lion Jason, and I judged the rib competition in that, and it was so hard of going, and you try the one, you put that score down, and you try the next, and you're like, was I wrong?
Mistake.
Was this really the best one there?
Until you eat the one, and you're like, whoa, this is the first time they ever cooked that meat. And then you go, okay, now I got a baseline. That's one, and now everything past that.
Yeah.
But it's funny to see, because of being part of the organization, we got to see some of the scoring, to see how things went off the mark, and how some people, how serious they took the judging. There were some judges who never gave above a 3, and you're just like, whoa, I gave that person a 10.
Right.
And you said they were a 2? What do you mean?
I will fight you.
It was like, what are you talking about? This stuff is amazing. We don't have mediocre cook-off teams. What are you trying to say about our event?
I guess that's why it's important to have so many judges. You
But
said
it
about
is.
300, so
It
it's not
is.
just like one person deciding. So it's like the
But see,
consensus.
I did the same thing when I was when I first got done with high school and I was in college, and I went back and judged high school speech and debate. Oh, I was
I
so
can't
like-
imagine.
I was like, wait, you're definitely not below superior, because I'm like, I was the best. You're
You
not
were a
even.
10.
I
You
was
were a
like,
10.
I was like, my performances, your performances, like, oh yeah, I never give. It was yeah, I felt bad.
He's
for
very
those
modest,
kids.
isn't he?
Oh, of course.
of course.
No, he's a little delusional. It's 9:49. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We have about 10 minutes left. I do want to ask, how soon do you start planning next year's event? Is it already in the works, or is it like the next day? How does that go?
No, it's kind of on our plates. It's on our radar. We're always thinking about the next idea, what we're going to do next year to improve. Even during the event, we're all kind of making mental notes. Okay, what we need to do next year, what we need to do to prepare, what we can do different. Her and I both are always asking people, what can we do to make it better for y'all as a guest, as a cooker, as a vendor, as somebody performs. And so we're always taking those mental notes. But at the same time, we're always preparing for the next year. What are we going to do different? What can we scale up, scale back to ensure that our event lasts for another 65 years and we give the best product and the best service for our customers?
We were talking, we actually went live and did our show live on location from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, their cook-off
was a lot
inside
of
of
fun.
the Texas Pit Stop Barbecue's cook-off tent. And one of the things, we talked to the gentleman who oversees kind of the Houston Livestock Show, Rodeo, and Cook-Off, and they're like, yeah, we started planning, we started setting up. It took us a whole month to get to where we are today, and we're already tearing it down. Are you guys doing that too? Like, you're day one, Thursday, you're already starting to tear it down and start getting ready for the next year?
Well, we start, it's in our heads, it seems like that. So, we start setting up Tuesday to have 110 teams come. And our caliber teams are very similar to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Most of them come with the big walls, multiple smoker pits. They all have games and tables and tents. And it takes almost a whole week for them to set up. And the whole time that they're setting up, I'm thinking about breakdown and what's the easiest way to get everybody out. What am I going to do with all this trash and et cetera?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to see how they take a week to set up, but most of them are gone usually by 8 a.m. on Sunday. And it's like we wake up and we're going, where did everybody go?
Do they spend the night out there?
Yes.
So do we. Several of us have RVs out there, and yes, it's a camp out. We create a whole little sub-city, a community for that week in that park. Absolutely.
I do have to ask you this one question. I'm looking at our calendar. I'm looking at the 3rd, May 3rd.
Yes.
It's the Kids Day at the fair. Do you guys have internet connection out there?
Yes, we do. Yes, Southern Broadband is a partner with us. They're actually helping us do give away $50,000 at this.
That was going to be my next question after I asked this. So could we do our show live on location on that day?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm putting it in the calendar.
So-
The second thing I wanted to ask as we're moving forward is, I see here $150,000 that you guys are giving away.
No, $50,000.
Oh, so you register on Thursday night.
So the registration is actually open now via our website, or Southern Broadband has been putting out some ads.
Okay.
It's a $50,000. It's up to $50,000. 6 people will be chosen to get on stage and roll 4 dice. All it takes is 4 of our logos to show on that dice, and you go into a pool for $50,000. The first 2 people have been chosen. They were chosen by random by computer on the 17th. The next 2 will be chosen on April 20th. Those are the 4 people that are going to be chosen from the internet registration. The last 2 people are from people who attend the event. Thursday night and Friday night, there are computers out there right at the ticket entryway, and all you're going to do is fill out a registration form. So one person will be chosen from Thursday night. The second person for that will be chosen Friday, with all 6 people announced on Friday. All 6 individuals get a family 4-pack to be able to attend, so they can bring out their cheering squad and everything else. And then Saturday, they will take the stage, and whoever wins the full of a kind will share that pot.
Wow.
If you roll a 3 of a kind, you'll get $500.
Hey, that's pretty cool too.
Very cool.
So yes, and you can enter every day. It is not just a 1 entry per person. So every day you can go in and sign up to be one of the 4 people from the internet. But come out Thursday and Friday to be able to get those last two spots.
So that's the Lions logo that's on the vest right there.
Absolutely.
And that's what they're going to be rolling.
They are Music Fest logo. So for those that are on Facebook, you can see it. But it's the Texas that says League City Music Festival Barbecue Cook-Off.
Okay. Can you share a little bit about the pins? Because I'm looking at the vest, and you'll have the logo, but then you have some pins. And how do you get those? What are those signifying?
Go ahead. So each pin kind of has a different meaning or a different thing. These are our district pins, our governor pins. So every year we have a new governor. Similar, we have a new president in our club. Mm-hmm. And every year they get to choose their pin.
Okay.
So this is our year's governor's Debbie DeVant.
Yes, Governor Debbie DeVant. Amazing. She is from Blessing, Texas. Everything else. But then there's also different ones. Lane Jason is a little bit modest to talk about himself on there. He has a pin that is because he received the Melvin Jones Fellow. And that means that he was recognized, and it would happen to be by our club. It doesn't have to be, for his outstanding service and his caricatures relating to the founder, Melvin Jones. And so that means somebody put up a substantial amount of money. That was a donation to the Lions Club International Foundation, which is International's charity that puts out tons of money via grants and other ways to help all different clubs and the community all around the world. So he has a Melvin Jones Fellow. There's also different things you go through, different training and such. A lot of different clubs have pins. So some of the pins that I have mine are from different clubs all over the country. You go to an international convention, they'll have pins representing that different convention. So there's all sorts of different pins that represent different things.
Wow, that's pretty interesting because I see there's quite a bit. I didn't know if like each event, got a pin as well. Like, will the League City Music Festival have its own pin?
We are looking into designing one. That is something that we should see that should happen in 2020. So those are the different ideas and things that we integrate. So the International Festival was a dream of Manish Maheshwari from Little Bella Mia. He goes, I want to come out and dance. And we said, that is awesome.
He's a great dancer, by the way.
So, different things like that. So each time we bring different things and such, we really listen to what those opinions of the people of how we can make our event bigger. Like I said, the porta potty competition that we do that was from feedback. So we, growing it, making it bigger and better. We really like to hear what the community wants to see at our event, because it is a community event.
So as a club, each club member that participates in the League City Music Fest, our club donates $1,000 to the Texas Lions Camp. In return, we get a little silver token, and they get a key. So it's a wood frame that actually holds the tokens, and so there's 10 slots. So the goal is to work 10 years in a row for the League City Music Fest. You get 10 tokens, and it's kind of a token of gratitude from the club for your service. and in result, we fund a great organization and a great venue such as the Texas Lions Camp.
Wow.
And so that's what
awesome.
his pin is there up top, is that
Key.
he is a key member. So that means that that money has been donated on his behalf or by him to help fund the developments and the improvements for the Texas Lions Camp.
So if you could break it down into like a couple sentences, what the motto, the belief behind the Lions Club, what is y'all's, purpose?
It's 2 words: we serve.
We serve. And it goes to, in everything. Because I'm seeing that, with
Yes.
the kids, the veterans, the community, and it's not just here in the area, but it's around the world.
It is,
So it's-
absolutely.
And I think each club, depending on where it's at, they kind of have their different focus on what they really focus on. Maybe some clubs really focus on senior citizens, and maybe some clubs really focus on eyesight and different aspects to help people with their eyesight, whether it be leader dogs or at one time canes were real popular.
They still are. But KHEA Lions Club, amazing group. They have a spot vision trainer. They do thousands of eye screenings for children every year. So they're huge on on vision. So yeah, each club, we have various different missions, and that international says this is what we rally behind and support, and the clubs choose a focus. Ours really is all about the special needs. We really want to do anything so that a kid can be a kid, no matter what the limitations are, that he or she has the best of life.
Can you share one more time about, when the League City Music Festival and Barbecue Cook-Off is taking place, how somebody can find out more information, buy tickets, and then anything else you'd like to share?
So yes, the League City Music Festival and Barbecue Cook-Off, Walter Hall Park on Highway 3, May 2nd through 5th. That is Thursday through Sunday. You can purchase tickets at lcmusicfest.com. Right now, if you purchase them, they are discounted. And we also have something that we are doing, is that we're handing over a stack of tickets to you guys, for you guys to give some giveaways.
All right.
Starting with, we have some weekend passes. So we have 2 sets of weekend passes, and then for you guys to give away this week, and then we have 2 tickets, Friday and Saturday for the next 5 weeks for you guys.
Wow, that's awesome. We can give those away. I'm sure a lot of people will be very interested in tuning in. We'll find a creative way to do that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I see them?
Absolutely.
All right. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's 10 o'clock. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11, hanging out. We've been talking to the Lions Club in League City, an international organization doing a lot of amazing things. That League City Music Festival is coming up the 2nd through the 5th of May. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, a couple things we're going to be talking about during this 10 o'clock hour. We're going to be talking about the cruise that we're going to be giving away April 2nd. If you missed our live report from the Royal Caribbean Cruise on Friday, we're going to be talking more about that. Plus, tomorrow we're announcing the winners of the Fall Bon Me Bistro and Grill crawfish giveaway. So we'll be showing that video. Just a couple of our few talking points that we'll have during the next hour right here on KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
If you're watching on social media, share this video out. If you're watching, listening on 99.5 FM, call a friend, tell them to listen. KHEARadio.com. Tune in to 99.5.
You can also call us at 346-704-1806. The number is 346-704-1806.
Coming up next is Sidewalk Profits with Prodigal on KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Stay tuned. Boop, boop,
All right.
boop. All right. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, no, thank you for giving us the tickets, too,
Definitely.
to give away. This will be, man, we love giving stuff away, so this is awesome.
Can we get a couple pictures with them with y'all?
Sure, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. You want to play a video?
Yeah, I'll play a video.
Man, we got a bunch of videos and giveaways going on right now, so we're going to take a look at something real quick.
Okay.
And you're about to take a look.
This is Gardy with KHEA Radio. I'm at Burger Nation NASA with the owners, Mike and Tony. Mike, where is Burger Nation located?
Guys, we're right here by NASA Space Center. We are 1400 East NASA Parkway. If you have seen the McDonald's with the astronaut on top, we're right across from there.
Tony, where can somebody go to find out more information about Burger Nation?
Guys, you can check us out on Facebook, Burger Nation NASA. You can like us on Instagram and also check us out on our website, burger-nation.com. That is burger-nation.com.
Come ask for, come demand the Kickstart Burger.
5,
4. What's up? Hey, we're back. Right now it's 10:03. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5. That was a look at the Kickstart Burger at Burger Nation. You know, the way we worded that, like, go ask for it, go demand it. Go get you one. If you haven't had one yet, make sure you go grab one. Hey, I recommend it. Curt, do you recommend the Kickstart Burger?
I recommend any burger from Burger Nation NASA. Because
any burger.
It's fantastic. Take a look at that. It's got peanut butter. It's got jelly. It's got bacon. Oh, the Kickstart Burger.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, there's some people that we've met. They're like, I'm not sure, like those items combined, but trust us.
Yeah,
go get you one.
You have to have, for the first couple of times I had the Kickstart Burger from Burger Nation NASA, I didn't do the jalapenos.
That's a rookie mistake.
Right?
It is.
And so I added back in the jalapenos, and you know what? That was fantastic. It was a good way to do it.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Right now it's 10:04. We are going to be giving away a cruise, and that is going to be a lot of fun. If you have been on a cruise before, let us know. If you haven't been on a cruise before, let us know. Hey, all these things could play a factor. It's going to be picked by a computer, but I still like to read about people's experiences.
That was one of the questions that we asked for. So if you're listening right now on our Facebook page, I just want to know, what are your big plans for 2019? Where are you headed? Where's your vacation destination?
No, not everybody gets to go on a vacation. I know, Curt, you had a vacation not too long ago. You took your vacation day, and now I can't believe you blew it. So if you were, not that you would be eligible to win the cruise, but now you can't go anywhere.
One of the things,
it's tough, man.
That was the one thing I said, I took one day off. I took it off
one
the
day
day
too
after
many.
the rodeo. And I was like, man, for the next 5 years, I won't get another day off.
It's true.
Ever again. And I've wasted it. I wasted it on one day to just sit at home and do nothing.
Yeah. You should have might as well came to work.
Angie said we cruise every year on Carnival, and Kim said never been on a cruise.
Kim, neither have I, except I went on a cruise boat the other day.
Yes, we went on that boat. If you missed earlier in our show, if you're just tuning in.
The boat was top-notch.
The boat was top-notch. And you mentioned there was one deciding factor. You did not want to go on a cruise. Not
necessarily. I've never really had the desire to be like, hey, I'm going on a cruise.
But now you changed your opinion and you changed your mind.
A little bit, and let me tell you why.
Okay.
It's the buffet. I saw the buffet firsthand. I experienced the buffet firsthand, and I was very impressed. I thought I hit the first buffet and I got it, and I was like, man, this is awesome. And I went to go eat, and then I saw other people walk up, and they had like tacos, hamburgers, hot dogs, like all this other food on their plate. I'm like, where did you get that? They're like, oh, you have to like go explore because the buffet is just like not right here. There's like levels to this. There was like other sections, and I said I had no idea.
I wonder why
I had to go back.
I wonder why you stopped.
Because my plate was full.
You stopped, but you didn't keep going. And I was like, Gardy's going back to the table already? Like,
you skipped my entire table because that's where the salad was. There was like salad, and you're just like, ugh, no, I don't want salad. And kept going.
When I'm going to have a buffet, like the last thing on my plate is going to be salad.
Well,
you got to start with like the mashed potatoes. You got to start with like the hot dogs and the hamburgers. And
mashed potatoes?
The country fried chicken.
Well, it's a waste of space. It's a waste of space in my stomach. It's taking up room from the important things. On that, they had some cod that was like fried, and it was delicious. And then I know you haven't had shepherd's pie, which I think kind of has mashed potatoes in it, but they have like all this other meat and gravy, and it's like mixed together. That was good. But anyways, if you've never been on a cruise before, make sure you hit up Karen Edge and the team, Your Vacation Edge, and you can search for them, cruise planners, and you'll be able to find out more information.
Shelly Petton says here, I've been on a 4-day and a 7-day cruise, Liberty and Freedom Carnival. Next one will be Montego Bay, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel this summer. You're going on all of those in 1 year?
Well, maybe it's like one trip. Sometimes those cruises, like the boats just like stop, boom, 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 and then go to the next place. Hey, I see Robin on here. Shout out to have you seen? Well, Joe Perez, he was there. He was going to go to Axe Masters and film some Texas Chronicles.
We're headed there this week. I think we're going on Friday, aren't we? To Axe Masters.
Yeah, that was the plan, and I hope Joe drops that video before. Because I told him we should have reached out to him and been like, hey, so we could coordinate that. But he's usually pretty quick about the turnaround of those. But yeah, shout out to Axe Masters. They're one of our partners. If you haven't had the opportunity to go, they're located on Hobbs Road in Leak City. It's brand new. I see they're doing a pretty cool thing like where there's, nights. Like, hey, guys night out, ladies night out, family, military. There's all these different specialization nights that they're doing. And that's awesome. So that'll be a lot of fun. Does that appeal to you? Like going throwing axes?
Yes, for sure. That's.
Are you scared? Because I could see you dropping it on your foot.
Really?
I could see you being like just walking around with an axe. And you're like, whoops. Whoosh.
Okay, so Robin's gonna find this out when we go there because you've been to their location.
I have.
Did you
awesome.
Did you throw any axes that day?
So, whenever I went, they had just painted the floor.
Okay.
And so
no,
the paint was drying, and so we had to take off our shoes.
Okay.
So I wasn't gonna throw an axe when I didn't have shoes on because I don't want to drop it and lose my toes.
Right.
So I did not throw an axe for that purpose.
Okay, I'm not dropping the axe. I'm gonna hit the middle of the target every single time, and you guys are gonna be blown away by how many times. Like if there was an axe throwing like Olympics, I would win gold medal every time.
I think they have competitions for these things, so you should enter, Mr. Gold Medal. Hey, here's something interesting. Crystal Koza said, I need to try Axe Masters. Yes, you do. But Crystal's one of the people who told us, hey, you guys need to go check out Axe Masters. But I don't think she's ever met Robin and her family. Or maybe she has, but I love Crystal because she promotes, cool things going on in the community.
And she just heard about it. And it's something new and interesting. I really like where it's something different. I like going bowling. I like going... I used to like going and playing darts. I like going and playing pool. I like Top Golf. So it just adds one more thing for you to do on an evening.
Yeah. Something that's you can also take your family, something where you're not necessarily, it's a good atmosphere as well. So it's really cool. Make sure you go check them out. I'm excited for that video that Joe's going to drop.
Yes.
And it's going to be awesome. Ethan, what's up, man? You doing okay over there?
I am. I'm just looking at some of these comments. People are talking about how much peanut butter tastes good on a burger, and I've never even had the Kickstart burger.
Ethan, I feel like that was on the application to be an intern here. Have you had the Kickstart burger?
I don't remember filling out an application.
What? Curt, did he not fill out an application? We didn't run a background check?
No, we did not. We are looking for interns. Not saying that you're going to lose your job, intern Ethan, but we need more of you around. There's not enough as a homeschool student. There's just not enough time in your day to continue to do the things that we need. So if you are watching right now, if you're tuning in, I see Angie's here.
Angie, Crystal, we need interns. Robin, you guys, I know y'all can't be busy. What do you,
Angie? Do you really like what you do at Legacy Collision? And would you rather not get paid and work for us instead?
Yeah, come on. You get paid in good times.
Yes, and food.
Great feels, yeah.
And food and medication like echinacea from Dr. Aaron Chapa.
Yeah, that's true. So, Crystal.
I'd rather work here and not get the medication.
So you'll get paid in that. That's why we gave you Tuesdays off, Ethan. So you don't have to take the echinacea anymore. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, by the way. Hey, we got a meeting today, at the Texas City Firefighters. Go ahead. What do you got?
I was just going to say, we have a meeting today with the United Way. I wore this shirt. It's a United Way shirt.
It is.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. That's why I was going like this because you were talking about.
I thought you were showing off your pecs.
No, I was showing off the Live United for the United Way. We're meeting with the United Way of Galveston County about the Texas City Firefighters games that's taking place later in May that we went to last year.
Yeah, we did. It was a good time last year. They had a bunch of big old fire trucks out there. Also some games that I'm excited to see take place again. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's located in 6th Street, right in Texas City. Texas City has a lot of events over there on 6th Street. and they've tried to revitalize and make that a lot of fun for the family, and I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah, we're super excited about it. So we'll have some more details about where that's going. I see Ashley said, "What are y'all doing this morning?" We're having a lot of fun. We just got done talking about the Lions club in League City and everything that they're doing. They gave us some passes to give away.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it.
You look super excited about it. Is anybody interested in winning these? We're going to have to do that. I wish we would have known before the show. We'd have done this. We could have
done a like, share, comment.
Yeah, we could have given some of these away today, but you know what? We're going to wait till tomorrow because that's not fair. So maybe we'll do some, I think they said like even the coming weeks, like we could do one a week going all the way up into the event.
Can I see what they consist of? So it's
sure,
just a weekend pass, right?
2 are, there's some weekend passes, then there's some for specific days. So who's interested in that?
I love that. See, this is what we need. We need to get on the back of like these. We need to have our logo on there. Like that'd be sick. I'm gonna call all of these places and be like, "Hey,
what's up?
What's up? How you guys doing?" There's Intense. I've never heard of them before. I've heard of Underground Tacos.
We should start a segment called like Curt reading stuff. Curt tries to remember Bible scriptures. That's what Scott Pearson said the other day, because Curt was like, yeah, and there's this scripture where he like makes up something. We're like, I don't think that's in the Bible. And then we find out like the root of it, where it came from, and it's like, oh yeah, that's totally something different.
That would be funny.
Like super strong paraphrasing? Is that what we're talking about?
The Kurt Casper edition of the Bible.
Oh, the Strong's edition.
The CCV,
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Casper version.
The Kurt Casper version is just not of God. Not biblical at all.
Wow. Just because I paraphrased one time. Okay, twice.
Yeah. Kurt paraphrasing. So, hey, the other day we also did something else where we took that quiz. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, that was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, I'm going to find another one.
You want to find another quiz to take? Okay, so while Gardy's looking for this, here's a couple things that we need from y'all. We need to have you guys participate in this quiz once we find this. So you're going to have to comment along. If you wanted to, do you want to also maybe?
No.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I don't want to do it.
Gardy's looking for this quiz.
I'm quizzing it up. Okay.
You're getting some backhand experience as to what takes place at KHEA Radio.
Backhand?
Some back. I always say backhand.
I think backhand.
I always say backhand, but behind the scenes, backstage passes to what goes on off the FM here at KHEA Radio.
Uncovering your radio.
Ooh.
Ethan, that was good.
Thank you.
Ethan, what have you been doing in the weekends here? Not on the weekends, rather. I mean, like in the afternoons. Can you explain what somebody can get if they tune in?
I have been making, like, song interviews, like behind the music type stuff, and I've been putting my voice over the beginning of it so that it sounds like I'm actually interviewing we actually interviewed these people. No, but it's been a ton of fun. I hope you guys are catching some of it. They're really interesting interviews, and they really touch like the heart of the writer of those songs. So,
has that been fun for you to do?
Oh, tons. I also learned how to pronounce Johnny Diaz's last name.
Diaz.
Diaz.
You were right.
It looks like Diaz. Don't be deceived, people.
Is he Hispanic?
I think so. I mean, I've only seen his picture like twice.
Yeah, I don't know either. I can't find any. I'm not just looking in the right spot.
Did you Google it, or what did you do?
I was looking I searched Facebook quiz and looked for posts because it'll search for people's like the content in there, but it's not coming up. Well, that's sad. But hey, let us know, what do you got going on today? There's a ton of stuff going on. We had a community baby shower on Saturday. It was awesome to be a part of and to help promote, and then to actually see all the people who were able to come. There was people that we connected with through the radio that came out here that are pregnant, and there's people that I hadn't seen. I didn't even know they followed the radio, and they showed up like, hey, I saw the video you did. I was like, well, that's cool. Hey, I'm glad y'all are here. And it was really an amazing experience. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people were out here and were able to participate, and it was very powerful to see. So hopefully in the coming years we'll be able to keep that going, and it'll be fun. I saw on our Instagram that it was Libby Dauphiné. She is the winner of our skydive Galveston jump.
She jumped on Friday.
Yeah, they jumped. So her boyfriend, they had just went and did that. So she had posted some pictures, and congratulations to them. And I got reminded of that because Ashley said that her husband's coming down skydiving on the 28th of June, coming all the way from Louisiana specifically to come jump in Galveston. Shout out to Skydive Galveston, one of our partners. We were able to talk to Simon on Friday whenever we were at Maceo's. We had our show there. Shout out to Maceo, Concetta, and the family. We talked to her father, Ronnie Maceo. If you haven't been yet, go check him out. There was a bunch of people that came up to me and messaged me and texted me, and they were saying, hey, I haven't been to Maceo's, but that sandwich looked amazing. So make sure you go check them out.
The muffaletta was fantastic. Hey, I found an interesting quiz.
Monica, we have not announced the winners of the crawfish. I think it's announced on Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a week tomorrow.
This is a dumb quiz. You know,
I thought it was funny.
No. Hey, Ashley, that's his 4th jump. Skydiving. I want to go skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing. Fu Manchu?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, we missed the FM.
You're ridiculous. Kurt, oh, man, I love it.
What do you love?
No, just you.
Sorry.
No, it's a good thing. Well, love is a good thing, Kurt.
Right.
Yeah, I just love having this time with you in the morning. It's a lot of fun.
This is how when we used to go, we used to just sit here and not talk and try to find things to talk about. And now we don't do that anymore. We've been able to find different subjects and different topics to talk about.
And, you know, today we were supposed to have, it was in the calendar, and I guess they had supposedly confirmed, but we used to have somebody else who helped us here. And I guess they were scheduling stuff.
Without telling us.
Yeah, just not really saying anything, and so
I can't even find it. Like I went through this morning. Like I spent probably a good 20 minutes looking for who our 10 o'clock guest was, and I was like, I don't see this anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
In the calendar, like in the messages or anywhere, and so
yeah,
it was supposed to be the League City Police Department.
That would have been a great guest to have,
right?
Yeah, Kurt, should you call 911 and be like, hey, yeah. Can I talk to the League City Police Department?
Talk about my experience calling 911.
Kurt called 911 the other day.
Oh my gosh!
Because there was a pipe there was water coming out of his dishwasher. He was like, 911, yeah, my dishwasher's overflowing, and they were like, did you hear this story, Ethan? Yeah. Okay.
I have. And
don't you know better than that?
I do,
yes.
And I'm quite baffled at what happened.
My dishwasher's overflowing. They're like, have you tried calling your apartment complex? He's like, okay, I'll do that. So then he calls the apartment complex, and they're like, okay, we'll send someone out. And then he calls the police department. My dishwasher's overflowing. Did you try calling your apartment complex? Yeah, I already called them. Okay, wait for them to come out, and then they came out. So they were able to stop it from leaking, right?
Right.
Shout out to them. Here we go. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's Monday morning. TGIM. I'm so excited it's Monday and we get to start this day with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had a great time learning about the League City Music Festival and Barbecue Cook-Off. This is going to be the 65th year that they've had that event. Can you imagine? 65 years. That's a long time.
There's a lot of history here in this area. One of the things that I've come to learn about this area and learn about what's going on and what's taking place is, we've had so many years of events. How many years has the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo been going?
A lot.
This one's been going on a lot. There's tons of opportunities to participate. So we actually have a whole bunch of weekend passes that we're going to be giving away over the next couple of weeks. We have Friday passes. We have Saturday day passes. So we got tons and tons. So make sure that you stay tuned to KHEA Radio for that.
Okay, so I see a couple people watching. I got to say good morning to you guys. Ashley and Kelsey and Ethan and Fabi. I'm not sure if I said that right, but I see Kelsey Villarreal's watching. So she went prom dress shopping, I believe, the other day at Dress Galaxy with her daughter, who's a senior this year. And I'm wondering, did she find the dress? Kurt, you've gone to Dress Galaxy before.
Oh, man, can we not? Are we going to really talk about that piece?
I'm just wondering if you could maybe spread some insight on your experience at Dress Galaxy. Like, just let us know
They
how
have
to.
some great dresses at Dress Galaxy and
Thousands
of dresses. I know prom season's coming along. I didn't see one of the things I do notice from Dress Galaxy's Instagram pages is they post the people who like say yes to the dress kind of thing for prom, and I didn't see Kelsey's daughter do that yet. So did Kelsey get the prom dress?
We need to know. I can't take the anticipation. We have been narrowed down to 2 after 4 hours. Did she try on all like 10, 12,000 of the dresses? That's a lot. And you know what? Prom can be expensive too. It's not easy.
Not easy at all. Did you have to? You guys rented tuxes and stuff, right?
Yes.
I think I just wore a suit. I didn't have to spend money on it, but yeah, it can be upwards. And then you have to get the car, the limo, and everything else.
Yeah. So for you, can you share what you rolled up into to prom with one more time?
So we talked about this on Friday or on last week when we took the quiz. I showed up. It was Under the Sea was the theme. Under the Sea. And we showed up. We decorated this big van, and it was a big ship. And so we actually had it was a brown paper or whatever that we put on the outside, and it had a mast and everything else, and it was just a big old ship.
Yeah. So, in my head, I feel like it was Revenge of the Nerds, like Star Wars. You roll up in the Star Wars ship, and you're like, "What's up? We're here, guys!" And it was pretty cool, right?
Right. It was we were the cool kids on the block. We were definitely
the debate team.
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
Did I get it right? Because usually I say speech,
no,
and you're like,
speech.
No.
Oh, it's the speech team.
Oh.
You did it. You did it wrong that time.
Dang it. I'm sorry. Hey, we should give someone a call. Like, we can either call your mom, or we can call maybe Chef Mary Bass, see what she's up to.
Oh,
because Chef Mary Bass and her nonprofit Chef's Table Charities, they're doing a pretty cool thing where they're able to give back to one of these kids from Lamarck and help them go to prom this year, because it can be very expensive. Kelsey was sharing, her daughter tried on about 10 dresses, and they narrowed it down after 4 hours to about 2. So they're still trying to find that dress. So let's see if we can talk to Chef Mary and see what's going on with Chef's Table Charities, if she'll answer. She's busy.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, she has a lot going on. So right now it's 10:25. We're giving Chef Mary Bass a call.
We're going to ask our boss for a raise.
Hey, I ran into her husband the other day. I was leaving Texas Pit Stop, and him and Mary were just getting there. But it's always good to see them.
This is kind of disappointing.
You've reached Mary Dow.
We'll leave a voicemail.
So sorry I couldn't get to the phone, but please leave me a
my
message,
head.
and
We
I'll
will.
get back with you as soon as possible.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Mary, it's 10:25. This is Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
You're on KHEA radio. At least your voicemail was. Wish you'd answer the phone. Really miss you, and just wanted to check on you and talk about Chef's Table Charities. Maybe see some more about the prom season, which y'all got going on. But hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Love you. See you Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Anyway, this is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, maybe we'll get Mary on the phone. Maybe we'll have somebody else on. It's 99.5 FM, KHEARadio.com. Coming up next is Need to Breathe, Hard Love, featuring Lauren Daigle. The Lauren Daigle, right here on Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. Stay tuned. We have a lot of fun coming up next. I'm disappointed, Mary. It breaks my heart.
At least she has a nice voicemail, right?
Yeah, I was a little concerned because you don't know what's going to come up there. Hey, this is Mary Bass.
Have you ever met somebody who has like they held their phone up to a computer or something, and they have like a song playing through their voicemail, and it's like very low quality because they've recorded it, right?
This has never happened to me. People do
this?
this?
For real?
No, this is all news to me.
I used to have I knew a ton of people who had that, and I'd have to leave them voicemails all the time, but it'd be like 2 minutes of a song, and it'd just be like, ugh.
Is that a new, like a kid thing now? I mean, because you're 17, and I missed out on that if that's the case.
I suppose. Y'all didn't miss anything, okay? It's definitely something to be glad about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should do it now. Mine says, like, leave a message, and I recorded it like 15 years ago.
Do you remember? Okay, so Ethan, this might be beyond you, but maybe Gardy, this is for you. Do you remember those days when you would say like hello, and then be like hello, and you'd be like how are you, and you're having a conversation, or you think, and it's actually a voicemail?
I never did that because I thought that was a little annoying.
Right?
But you probably did that, didn't you?
I never did that. I
Okay.
never did that. But I remember making phone calls, and people would
Hello?
do that. Hello?
Hey, hang on a second. I can't hear you. Wait. Oh, yeah. And then someone's like, "All right, leave a message." And it's
wow.
like, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't do that. Like even now. It's Curt Casper, KHEA Radio. Hello. I can't hear you. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
No.
You don't find that? I would definitely do something like that.
Yeah. Has anybody called the KHEA radio number and heard the voicemail? I recorded that like a long time ago, before Kerr worked here. The good old days.
Angie said that she got Layla got her prom dress last week. It's not an easy task.
Doesn't seem like it would be. It's tough.
There's so many options to choose from when it comes to, like, when you think of Dress Galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we walked in, there were thousands upon thousands prom dresses there.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to pick one.
The dress, you know.
The dress, right?
For me, I went to it's close to Bay Area Boulevard. Was in one of the tuxedo places right there. It's still there, like Al's Formal Wear. I don't know if it's still Al's Formal Wear, but I went there and I'm just like, what? There's like 8 options of a tux to rent. I'm like, I want that one. Easy for guys, and cheaper for guys because you just can rent it.
You get the black.
Yeah.
Blue, you pick your color, but it doesn't really change how it looks. It's
and I
tux.
didn't care, I guess, that much about clothes fitting, but now like I'm even more like I don't wear something, I have to almost try it on. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, like even getting measured and wearing something else, like the pants can't be too funny or the jacket. I'm really specific in particular. After I found out you could alter stuff, like all of my dress clothes have almost all been altered.
I think the best part about the tux though is you got to get the right shoes. I like those smooth shoes that are super shiny.
The patent leather.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, those are cool shoes.
Right? Like, and you can't walk around on a daily basis with them.
I mean, you could.
You might look weird. You have to have the tux for it, right?
You know what? I'm going to make some patent leather shoes now, Kurt. And you're going to wear them because that's just what you do. You wear my shoes.
For my wedding, eventually.
You said tomorrow earlier, by the way. Can we touch on that? We talked about getting married, and you're like, yeah, tomorrow. And I was like...
You said one day, and I was like, yeah, tomorrow. I was trying to make a joke. It's not actually tomorrow.
So you're getting married tomorrow?
No, I'm not getting married.
Are you guys planning it?
No, we're not planning it. We just celebrated 1 month today.
Dude, you need to hurry up.
It's been a month. Officially on Facebook, it's been longer than a month, but we're
like a month and a week.
A month and a week. But we're making it Facebook. Yeah.
Somebody was asking the other day about that, and you were just like, yeah, a month, and they kind of started laughing a little bit. Just because I guess like how quick you guys move, which is good. Moving in the right direction, though.
I love how Brittany said, legally got married on my husband's birthday, May 1st, but we had our ceremony at the end of May. We will be going on our second ever cruise to Belize. So, Brittany, do you celebrate on the 1st, or do you celebrate when you had your ceremony? Like your 1 month, as we're talking about like 1 months, like we're going legally off of what we were on Facebook, celebrating our 1 month. That's weird. For me, how do you celebrate? It's just kind of your call, right?
Yeah, I think it depends. It's easy to remember because of the birthday. And then, how do you celebrate? If you get married tomorrow, okay, so you had your 1 month, right? And then you get married tomorrow. Are you going to celebrate like this is the first time we Facebook official, or are you celebrating the actual wedding day?
Right.
I feel like you'd be more like, oh, it's Facebook official.
No, the wedding day.
Okay, so tomorrow will be your anniversary.
Wow. I hope she's not watching right now. This is an awkward conversation.
Ashley said, come on, I'm ready to make your wedding cake, Curt Casper.
Oh, I can't pick mine. Yes.
You get a groom's cake.
I do.
What are you going to do for your groom's cake? Cheese? Queso cake.
Oh.
That'd be funny. Make it look like a block of Swiss cheese. with like all the holes and stuff.
Hey, look at this. Crystal Koza, this is a great comment. Joe and I dated for 3 weeks before he proposed. Then we had 4 months engaged, and we've made it 20 years. Wow. I almost just shed a tear. That's beautiful.
3 weeks, though, dating?
When you know, you know. Okay, so how old were you at that time, Crystal? Because Crystal's like a little bit, I mean, she's about
our age, right?
I think
like
so.
30?
Yeah.
Like 31. I think she's 31.
But if she's been married for 20 years.
She got married at 11?
Crystal, you got married when you were 11 years old?
That makes sense for the 3 weeks. 3 weeks dating, and then he proposed, and then we've been together ever since.
Because I know you've talked about this before, like even like a first grade relationship. You're like, well, we never technically broke up. Am I still like dating the girl on the playground, you know, or at summer camp?
When we got married in the tire swing? Yes.
Crystal's 41.
Okay, so she was...
Angie said when you know, you
21?
know. Angie, can you share your story? I mean, like how long, you know, dating and just kind of to give some insight here. So that way we can kind of know. Because I guess when you know, you know. And if you don't know, then yeah, don't do it because you don't want to rush into something that's bad just because you're like, you feel that's what you're supposed to do. But if you know, then you know, right?
Yeah, but I feel like there's still societal, like, norms that you still kind of have to follow, right?
Well, not at your age. What does that mean?
There aren't societal norms?
Yeah, there's societal norms whenever...
I still feel like you have to date a little bit before...
Yeah, and you can. But if you know, if you don't know, then that's fine, Kurt. You don't know.
I do know.
Well, then you know.
Yeah, but you still
You know
have
what
to...
I mean? Wow. Or you don't know. You don't know.
Are you talking me into
You
this?
don't know.
I do know.
You don't know.
I do know.
Somebody tell this guy he don't know. Because if he knew, then he would know. But
I
right
do
now,
know, but-
there is no way he knows anything about knowing.
I want to know if she's watching or not.
I don't know. I'm not Facebook friends with her. Why isn't she Facebook friends with me?
Oh, yeah, we need to fix that.
Because you don't know. If you knew, and I know that you knew, that you know you want to marry her, then I would accept. But I don't
There's
want
a lot
somebody...
of knowing going on in that statement.
I know. That's why
I
I'm
know
having...
you know.
That's why I'm having fun with it.
But do you know?
He don't know.
Wow.
If he
Angie
knew,
said,
then
Brad and I dated for 4 years, been married for 11. I met him when it was not the right time, but the Lord told me it was his plan, not mine, and we know I scored with Brad.
He's awesome. So she knows.
She knows.
You don't know.
Here's the funny thing with Angie's story. When you stop saying I don't know, I do know.
Well, if you know, you know.
I do know. Listen,
I don't know, you know.
Tomorrow, I would drop the question tomorrow. No question about it. Easy question. Okay.
Let me tag her.
Wow.
Okay. I guess he knows.
She's probably watching. The one thing for Angie said she got out of like a really bad relationship. If I'm quoting this wrong, Angie, I'm really sorry. But she was like, I want to go and have fun and be single and blah, blah, blah. And then Brad showed up and she's like, oh, okay, I won't go and have like the single fun. I'm going to be with this guy. I think that's what she told me the other day. I'm quoting her story.
I don't know if, yeah, we all know how you paraphrase stuff. And I feel like you shouldn't tell somebody else's story.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know. See, he don't know either. But I know he doesn't know. But he doesn't know that he don't know.
How
Not
many
yet,
times
at
have
least.
you said the word no? Maybe we give away a T-shirt for someone who goes back and
I'll
watches
say this. I have no idea. Yeah, but thank you for joining us. And we're talking about Kurt. Hey, I'm going to make up a quiz on the spot. So this will be fun. It'll have to do with some technology, maybe the past, maybe the future, and if you know. So, okay.
Wait,
we
so
did this the other day.
People have to tag along when we ask these questions. So answer your questions also in the comments below on our Facebook page.
Yeah, okay. When was the first time that you remember being in a church service? Any age. Feel free to tag along on this.
Any age?
Yeah.
First service in
First
church.
memory. Because you grew up in church, right? For the most part?
I did. We went every Sunday. Man, I don't know if I remember the first time that I went to church. Like, as like the first memory.
So you don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
What about, you know the first time you went to church?
Yeah, I remember being a kid, and we went to Catholic church. And, I mean, I think one of the first memories, probably about like 4 or 5 years old, like around then, and just sitting in service.
Okay, I can remember my first memory here at Abundant Life.
7. That's what Abby said.
I
7 years old.
I remember my first, and it was up in the TV booth. And, okay, so I grew up Lutheran, right? Like, I was...
Next question.
Okay.
Next question. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. How old were you when you got a cell phone?
16.
What kind of phone was it?
Flip phone.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was like a Nokia or something like that flip phone.
Did it have any games?
Yes, it had Snake.
Snake 1 or Snake 2?
Snake 1.
That was a good game.
Right?
Yeah.
You could go up and down and you try to extend it.
Ethan,
and then you always got stuck.
How old were you whenever you got your first cell phone?
I was 13.
How old are you now?
17.
And what was the first phone?
It was my brother's old iPhone C. Was that what it was? The colored one?
5C.
5C.
Must be nice, Ethan. Must be nice.
Oh, it was.
Ethan, you've grown up. How old are you going to be when you give your son a cell phone? Like, not how old are you going to be?
I'm going to be. Yeah.
How old is your son going to be when you finally like, okay, take a cell phone?
I don't know. Probably like 12 or something. I really don't know. I mean, technology is going to change, and it'll be interesting to see. So he's 6.
Are you going to start him off on, like, an iPhone, or are you going to start him off on, like, a flip
What
phone?
I had.
Okay.
Well, no. They don't even make those anymore.
I still have one of those in my car. I use it as a burner phone. I mean,
why do you need a burner?
As a phone that just in case my iPhone doesn't work, and then I go and switch over to the burner phone.
So here's some other answers. Kelsey said she was about 5-ish whenever she remembers, I guess, with the church memory.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another one that said I was about 10 in choir. And then here's another answer for the cell phone. 17 years old with the pink razor. Man, okay.
The razors were good.
Razors were nice.
You know the one phone that they made that was the best phone of its generation was the BlackBerry. The Generation 1 BlackBerry phone was the best phone ever. It had that little thumb thing, the roller in the middle with the full keyboard. That BlackBerry was phenomenal. I've never, I love the iPhone, and I think the iPhone is great, but there's no way that the iPhone was ahead of its time. I wish they would come back with like the BlackBerry, like BlackBerry would make a comeback.
A couple years ago they tried, but you can't because it's all touchscreen now, and it's touchscreen's a better option. But what was the one where it flipped? It had the screen and you flipped and had the full keyboard.
Was that the Razor?
No, it wasn't. But it was almost like a handheld. It looked like a Game Gear.
I had one where you flipped it up.
Yeah,
you pushed it up and then typed it and had the full keyboard.
The first smartphone I had was a Windows PC phone, and it was legit. It did flip up and had a full keyboard, and it was touchscreen, but came with a stylus. This was pre-iPhone. iPhone had not come out yet, and it was really cool, but it was very touch sensitive, and it would mess up.
My dad had a Palm Pilot, and I love that. We've talked about that. Like, I want the Palm Pilot to come back. That was the first coolest thing ever. You could surf the internet, and it kept all of your dates and your appointments and everything.
Yeah. Brittany said, I got my first phone in 9th grade. Remember those Nextel walkie-talkie phone things? That was the one. I do remember those.
Oh man, walkie-talkies were the thing when we were growing up, right? Like, did you love? You don't know what walkie-talkies are, right?
The Sidekick, Kelsey. Thank you. The Sidekick. Boom. Do you remember the Sidekick?
I don't remember
that
the
was
Sidekick.
Legit. The Sidekick. It was like this, and then it went like this. It went boom and flipped over, and that was legit. That's like whenever MySpace was first around, and then the Sidekick, for MySpace, they had it. I didn't have one, of course. I had my flip phone.
MySpace.
Thank you, Sarah.
Those were simpler times.
Sarah, we need to come see you. What can we do? We want to promote you, but we don't want to be fat anymore. Can you help us out? Give us the steps. Be like, eat this.
I
you'll
almost
look
worked
good.
out this morning.
Just in time for summer.
I have a gym membership at World Gym.
You worked out that one time.
I did
and
one time.
And it was like yoga.
So far, I'm getting $1's worth. It was $1 workout because I've only paid $1 so far. Oh, man, they're going to hit my card on April 7th or whatever it does with the $30.
Dude, you need to go work out.
I got to start, yeah. But I was like, hey, let's get up. And then I was like, 5:45 in the morning. If I wake up that early, I don't want to go and work out. I just want to sleep. I know myself too well.
You do. I know you too well, too. I feel like everybody that's watching knows you pretty well, too. That's fun, though. Did you ever think that you would have your life examined on social media and Facebook? And you post a lot of it yourself, though.
Right.
Yeah. I recorded you in 4K singing Are you gonna be my girl? Bum, 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 bum. I didn't know. I was like, do with this what you will. But of course, you're like, I'm posting it, right?
Right. I didn't expect it to end up in the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers group. That was a shocker. Or when did you see Justin West posted the live video from Neola's page?
I didn't know whose page it was.
It said, Neola's page. And I was like, really?
You did bring it up. So, like, just in case. So, okay, how old? You said you were 18 years old when you got a cell phone? 17?
16.
Okay, 16.
I got it for Christmas. My brother was 4. I was so mad. Okay, so we had a rule. There's 2 rules. 1, we weren't going to get a cell phone until we were 16, and 2, you couldn't date until you were 16. That was the 2 rules in my household, right?
That was the only thing keeping you from a girlfriend, though. I'm sorry. Just keep going.
Okay, and then we get the cell phone, but obviously, like, as a brother, like, I couldn't get a cell phone, and my brother couldn't get a cell phone because then he would cry. Like he always did.
So they got him one whenever he was younger?
They got him one too, and he was 14, and I was like, Dad, this is the worst. 1, I have to have the same phone as my brother, and I'm 16 and he's 14. And 2, he got it like 2 years before I did. That's ridiculous.
But they got to get a hold of him.
Right.
Yeah, I was 18 when I got a cell phone. It was a flip phone, and my parents got it for me.
And they couldn't track it, and it was 50 cents every time you sent a text.
Everybody had a burner phone. Back then, it was 50 cents every time you sent a text.
Yes,
it used to be like 10 cents.
Yeah, it was like 50 cents by that time, and my dad got really mad, and he's like, "Stop sending text messages, call me."
Minutes, and that was the thing. Remember, it's like I'm gonna run out of minutes. Like, oh, how many minutes do I have? I only have 100 minutes.
I remember when they made the switch to weekends and nights. You're like,
nights free after 9 p.m.
free, and you're like,
okay,
is it 9 o'clock yet? Is it 9? And then you don't know, like, is it actually like 9 o'clock? Are they going to think that it's 9 o'clock? So you always waited until it was like 9:15, and they're like,
just in case.
Just in case. They can't tell us.
It was before like iPhone time.
Yes.
Where it was like, okay, let's do a next question. Okay, we talked about cell phones, talked about technology, talked a little bit about church. Okay. Whenever you were in high school.
Yes.
Did you ever run for like a class position, like class president, class, something like that?
You asked really tough questions on these quizzes, like ones that make me have to really think. Because what if I said no, and then somebody comes back and is like, fact check,
Curt, you ran.
It's almost like that deposition.
Ooh. Oh no, let's not talk about your legal your legal battle.
When you get deposed, you have to, like, they ask you like questions, and you like start sweating, and you're like, wait, did that really happen? Like, what happened?
Hey, here's another comment. It says rollover minutes. Shout out to rollover minutes. Yeah, if you don't use all your minutes, you get to roll them over, and then you get the bank.
Do they still have those?
No, everything's like almost unlimited. Yeah, rollover
data is a thing now, but I never get rollover data because I always use the 8 gigabytes.
Don't they charge you like a lot, or you just have to be like, no, I don't want any more internet. Whenever I run out, it's done. Because you don't want to get charged, right?
Right. You don't want to have anything more than that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Brittany said, I ran for president of my drama club, but ended up winning VP. That's pretty cool.
VP? I want to be VP. I couldn't ever. I remember campaigning my for a friend of mine who was running for homecoming king and queen, right?
Yeah.
See, our school was a little weird. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. Our school was weird where there was definitely a different kind of sort of popularity that took place. I'm trying to the best way to say this. There were people who got voted for homecoming king and queen who had never participated in like sports or activities, but they were just popular because they had a lot of like friends, right? And I remember like campaigning and saying like, no, here's a person who was captain of the football team, did basketball, and was really highly involved. He was on student council, right? And I'm like, you deserve homecoming king and queen, not these people. And they didn't win. They were probably the most popular kid in school, but there was a separate set of rules that I guess was.
So who won? Just people that weren't popular but somehow popular?
Yeah, well, when you think of like popularity in terms of like Hollywood.
Okay.
Right? Like that's what I think of popularity.
Your high school's Hollywood, comparing it, okay.
Right.
I'm there.
But it was, let's just say if it was an indie film, the non-popular group according to Hollywood, it was like, yeah. I'm trying to know the best way to say this.
I'm confused more than when you began.
let's just say the nerds won Homecoming King and Queen.
Curt.
And not,
you can't say
not
that.
the athletes. And it was
can't
just
say
like,
that
what?
word.
It was a weird situation my senior year. Let's just put it that way.
Wait, did you win?
No, I was in the popular group. I was the popular kid.
See, this paraphrasing of like what happened in high school, like whenever I get my time machine, I'm never going back to your high school, but I'm going to send Ethan back in it. And I'm going to be like, can you follow Curt around and take notes? Because we need a fact check of everything that's going on.
Okay, I've never told you this before. Did you know I was the weatherman of the TV channel? We had morning announcements, TV announcements.
For your school?
For our school,
Okay.
right? I was the weatherman, and it was called Channel 6. And this is Curt Casper, your Channel 6 weatherman, and here's a look at your weather for the next couple of days. And that's what I would say every time. And that was what people would know me as, oh, here's your weather for the next couple of days. But there was a commercial that we made, and it was kind of procrastination a little bit. And we had to make the commercial, and I didn't know what to do. And so I was like, hey, guys, let's stand in front of the green screen. Let's drink a Powerade. So we stood in front of the green screen, and I drank a Powerade, right? And it was the whole time. And so I said, this is Bob. And I'll have to show you the commercial sometime. And it was literally like me voicing over me drinking a Powerade, and that was our commercial. And it aired on TV in front of the whole school.
Wow.
Ethan loves this.
I don't understand. What was the point of the commercial, though?
It was to sell like apparel for the school. It had no point at all. It was just literally me. And at one point, so the green screen image was even funnier. It was in front of Stonehenge. Mm-hmm. And then there was a little horse that came across the screen. It was the worst commercial ever. And I got like an A+ on it. And
I'm
it was
glad you
literally
did.
like the last 5 seconds before it was due. This is Bob.
Hey, a couple of other things. Did you see that U of H is advancing to the Sweet 16?
I saw that.
That's crazy. And did you see that Duke almost lost?
In the last, I was watching the game
Yeah,
last night.
I saw somebody said, good thing that UCF like lost because otherwise they'd just be like, we're the champions anyway. And they may still do that anyways, because that's kind of like the reputation they have. Like, we're still the champions. We lost, but we still are the winners, you know? So there's no drama there because that's what they're known for.
I was someone actually tweeted. I was following along on Twitter last night, and somebody actually tweeted like, I think CBS really wants Duke to win because of numbers, right? Like when Duke is winning and Duke is in the tournament, like, and especially with Zion, he's like the main. He's like the MVP,
he won the game. He
right?
pretty much won the game.
Right. He's like the MVP of the whole season, kind of thing. If he's not in the tournament, then no one's going to tune in and watch. But I feel like for me, I'd rather watch the Cinderella stories, like seeing Oregon, who is a 12 seed, making it on, you know, like those are things that I want to see. I want to see those 15, 16 seeds advance. Like that one year, that Florida team, Dunk City or whatever, was in it, and they advanced pretty far into like the tournament. People were watching that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the other thing that I wanted to mention, did you see Alex Bregman got a $100 million contract for the Astros?
Yeah, he held out enough to get that contract because he turned down like a contract to start with and then came back, right?
So, yeah, turned it down. It was, I guess a decent contract, and then they were going to, like, let it play out. Like, okay, well, we still have under team control. You can make like $1 million a year for the next couple of years. And then out of nowhere, news broke. He agreed to a $100 million contract. So that's the real deal right there. But I don't think that like Springer and Correa are like under contract like that. So maybe they can get them figured out next.
Is this Astros team going to do well this year? They're doing well in spring ball from what I've seen.
I think they're supposed to. I mean, the Astros have some really good young players. They're getting them locked in. Verlander just signed another contract extension for like $33 million. It's the most for a pitcher, which the Astros a couple years ago had like one of the lowest salaries around, and right now they are the confusion. So he cuts to his camera of him being
camera died.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's up, guys? Here I am. The camera died. Curt was like, I'm gonna cut to this.
Well,
but
it's the only camera that was up.
I know. Are all the other ones dead? Yes. But yeah, we have a couple minutes left, and we may just end it right now. But we're just talking a little bit about the Astros, talking about Ethan laughing. I think people enjoyed Ethan's laugh.
He did. Let's go on the FM and end the show on the FM first, and then we can be good.
For you, I can do that. Here we go.
Awesome.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It is a beautiful Monday morning. TGIM. Spread some positivity today. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We've been having a lot of fun. We're also on Facebook. If somebody's not following us, how can they get a hold of us on Facebook?
All you have to do is search for KHEA Radio on Facebook. You can also join our Talk of Taco group. Just search for Talk of Taco. There's plenty of ways for you to connect with us here at KHEA Radio. We have an Instagram. We have YouTube. There's plenty of ways for you to take part in what we're doing, not just on the FM, but also right here on Facebook and social media.
Right now, our building is getting an upgrade. The building that KHEA Radio is in, we're inside of Abundant Life Christian Center. We're a part of Abundant Life. And if you've never been, we're located in Lamarck at 601 Delaney Road. Man, we have a really, really cool sanctuary. We have a giant facility that can hold all kinds of different events. I know the Leader Cast is coming up. We usually will hold the graduations for College of the Mainland, some of the local high schools, because we can seat about 4,000 in here, and it just works out. But we're getting an upgrade to the sound system right now. And between that and us going on TV, we're going to have to juggle that installation, but we're excited. You know, if we weren't getting the upgrade of the sound system, we'd already be on 46 right now.
Yeah, we're working on finding a pocket of time to make that transition. So if you hadn't heard, we're going to actually be on TV in the Houston area on Channel 46. So you'll be able to tune your bunny ears, tune your digital ears to Channel 46 and able to watch us on TV as well. And it allows us to have a different kind of audience than what we've had in the past.
Yep, so it'll be fun. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. We're excited for it. You know, we're going to go ahead and end the show today. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, a couple of quick things before we end the show. I do want to say, if you haven't done so already, go to our Facebook page and find the featured video, the Pho Banh Mi Bistro and Grill Seafood Crawfish. We're giving away 3 pounds of crawfish to Pho Banh Mi Bistro and Grill, located in League City. Tomorrow is that deadline to enter. All you have to do is like, share, and comment on that video.
Do it.
We also, coming up tomorrow on tomorrow's show, we're going to have Dr. Aaron Chapa asking questions about nutrition, and then we're going to be talking about wheelchairs for warriors. Crystal is going to be in talking about that. So there's plenty for us to do. We're also having meetings today. Tons of stuff happening at KHEA Radio. Thank you all for listening and being a part of what we're doing here.
This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Versus Your Love. This is Kickstart. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right,
Later,
Facebook, thank you for taking part in us. Sorry we didn't have a 10 o'clock guest, but you know what? Tomorrow is going to be another great show, so tune back in tomorrow.
All right, bye, guys.